of everything I say when I talk about logic. Now you're talking about it's logic, logic this, logic that. Make that make sense. I'll wait. I'm about to have a one-on-one with so. The nigga has literally turned himself into me. This is some obsessive behavior. And the fact that one man can't ask another man, can we just stop this? And if you ever get a chance to talk to him, I guarantee you he has no fucking answer for why you won't leave me alone. Oh, he does. He's created one. And that answer is, even if I leave him alone, his minions is going to keep messing with me. That don't make no fucking sense. If I leave this girl alone, her brother going to still argue with me. So I'm just going to keep harassing the bitch. That don't make sense. If people I'm messing with and talking about are harassing you, then the simple thing would be to do is to see if I would go online and say, hey, y'all leave that man alone. And if I won't do that, then there's a problem. Also, if people keep messing with you after you stop messing with me, there's a simple fix. Chances are, the more you don't talk about me, the less people are going to do it, but then the less people are going to watch it. There's a woman in my comment section right now named Chassie. Chassie does nothing but talk into my comment section, has a wrench, and donate. That's it. You know this man said, hey, what we need to do is find out who his biggest supporter is. That Chassie preaching, we need to find out who she is, where she works, and make sure we get her fired and let them know she is sending money and helping fund this man, Thomas Jerome Harris, a.k.a. Tommy Sotomayor. That's how he speaks about me. You probably heard it today when he said, oh, ain't that Thomas Jerome Harris? How does he keep doing that but get mad when you call him Tyra? It is funny when you say the name Tyra. I don't give a fuck how many. When you say a grown-ass man like Tyra, that's pretty funny. I know what you're laughing at. You can't back out of that one.
No, I was laughing because it's like after you talk, it's sort of like, okay, what do you say after that? Like, was that a question or was that, look, this is what's going on? Look, I'm 5 minutes, let me get this out, and then, okay, now what? Okay, now what? That's the way I was like, okay.
See, I'm speaking because, let me tell you why I'm speaking. Let me tell you why I'm speaking like that. It's because, it's seriously because I want people to understand the depravity of what's going on. And that's why I was saying, if you're really serious about it, I need you and everybody else to stand up and say what the truth is. When you and I were growing up, there was this thing in which if you were doing some fuck shit in the neighborhood, if another one of the people who saw you, they'd whoop your ass, and then they tell your parents, and your parents will whoop your ass. Now, you can't tell anybody when their kid is doing something wrong because the parent gonna fuck you up. I hate to be a teacher because you can't even tell these people that their kid is failing because they're gonna go up there and beat up the teacher. The sad part of
I have actually seen that for myself, where parents will show up to school, and I'm like, well, what was this defensively? Because, no, you can't beat up the teacher because your children are bad. Let's just call it what it is. Your babies are bad. They're not, they're liars. They're little bitty liars. And
you,
they'll come home and they'll say that guy. You know what I get where you're coming from, though, Mr. Mayor. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you being honest. And that is the making of change when we are honest. And sometimes we don't like to hear honesty about ourselves. We really don't.
Well, if you've been around this thing for a year and you've taken a look at that stuff, I'm going to open the floor up for you to ask me anything that you think maybe black woman or whatever wants to ask me, and I'll answer that.
You about to
Any question you
give
have or more questions about
Phoenix the business tomorrow.
I'll answer what you have to ask me.
She fucked up. You about to throw her ass under the bus. I already see this coming.
Go ahead and ask me whatever it is you'd like to ask.
Wow. I feel honored. All right. So, I do remember, and everyone talks about this. This is all that I kept hearing when I heard about you in particular. The road incident. I call it the road rage incident. Mm-hmm. That's when I heard Tommy Sotomayor hate all black women. They're all bitches. They're all bitches. And you need to leave them alone because that's how he feels about melanated or women of color. Is that we're all beneath him. We're all bitches. And then I saw another video that you did where you said, no, this is what happened on the road. We were in an accident. We had called the police and after the police left and then kept coming back forth. And so I just lost it. But I have noticed, though, that in other videos as well, you refer to black women as black bitches a lot. Now, is it because of the being ignorant, or is it because you feel like the majority of black women are black bitches?
Well, hold on a second. You say that you deal with rappers and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
How do they refer to women in their songs? I'm just curious.
Now, I will tell you this. In the Global Family, I may accidentally play a few that will say bitch on it. And that's the truth. Anyone will tell you in the Global
That's all I'm asking.
That, yes, right. Anyone in the Global Family will tell you that. I will tell them in the beginning, I don't want to hear bitch. I want to hear whore. I want to hear now they can fight for that though. I can send you to different DJs. I know. I wanted to shorten that out so I can answer the question.
Right. So yes, you have heard rap music, and I grew up in the '90s, and in the '90s, all you heard was bitch ho, bitch ho, bitch ho. Some of the worst. That's why when I talk about the young kids that the 20-year-olds will listen to now, I have no leg to stand on because the stuff we would listen to. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. I got hoes in different area codes. Literally 2 Live Crew used to just chant disgusting shit. Suck my dick, suck my dick, bitch, and then everybody would say it back. So we have no leg to stand on, but we try to act like, oh, the music the kids listen to is disgusting. The shit you listen to is disgusting, nigga. But the point behind it is, I grew up in an era of what's the word nigga meant dude. And bitch meant girl. So that's why to this day it's still hard for somebody like, man, them niggas came over here. Like we'll say that to a white boy. Man, that nigga over there, and it'd be a white dude. He'd be like, wait, what? Yeah, you nigga, come here. And it'd be a white dude. But we refer to each other so much that way that I'm shocked that any black woman today would have a problem with me saying bitch when these women actually have the word bitch in their Instagram, Skype, and Twitter name. And Facebook name, 5-star bitch. I'm a good bitch, and they got something, whatever it is. They say they'll refer to each other. That's my bitch to their friend. So anytime a black woman gets offended by the way I speak, I say fuck them because nobody speaks worse than them. They will call you a broke nigga, a little dick nigga.
The word. Right, I didn't mean just the word bitch. I meant. In conjunction with black bitch.
Well, I gotta call it. I gotta make sure. See, I gotta make sure the bitch know which one I'm talking about. If it's a Chinese bitch, that Chinese bitch over there, she gonna say, she gonna know who I'm talking about. A cha-chang chang, a cha-chang chang. She gonna know who I'm talking about. Wherever you from, you gonna know what kind of bitch it is. If it's a white bitch, I've called white bitches white bitches. They've heard me say it.
Okay. So as long as equal opportunity.
Yes, I call all bitches bitches. A nigga a bitch, your bitch a bitch, your mama a bitch, your cousin a
Oh my
bitch.
God.
I called the motherfucker that was doing the nigga that was cutting my lawn. That's why the nigga ain't cut it. I called him a bitch last time. He ain't came back.
Well, yeah, I
Yo, lawnmower bitch, and he talking about who, me? Who else I got the lawnmower bitch?
wait, you called him a lawnmower bitch?
Yes. I'm very descriptive with my bitches. I like all my bitches to have a prefix to it. Yo, bitch, young bitch, tall bitch, fat bitch, bitchy bitch.
Okay, so what I'm gathering is that that's just a part of your speech pattern.
Yes.
Okay, you see? There we go. Tommy Sotomayor, bitch, sporadically.
That's right.
Whenever.
I got bitch Tourette's.
The end of the sentence. As you know, it's okay. We get it now. We're learning about Tommy Sotomayor. Okay, let me ask another question.
Bitches, exclamation marks, all kind of shit. Go ahead.
You went to a certain city, and they said you got knocked out. That they blinds out. Bam! Now, can you tell us the background to that?
Well, there's a video, and let me say something, for as popular as I am, you don't think if there was a video of me getting knocked out, that video wouldn't be all over the internet by now?
Right, because I didn't get that part. All I saw was this movement, but then I kept reading, oh, he got knocked, look out, you know, like the Friday movie. And I said, well, I didn't see it, but maybe, you know, they flashed, edited that part, I don't know. But then,
right. They flashed it to the point where I was up yelling at the nigga who knocked me out. Yep. They never filmed the part where I was laying down. They just went straight to the point where I was still standing there talking. Then they say, when they knew that didn't work, that he got knocked out, they said, well, he got hit in the face. Well, if I got hit in the face when I wasn't looking for it, I'd at least been swollen somewhere, but they're saying I didn't. Well, the thing was, if I said that he stole on me, the whole point was, you watch the video, you hear me talking to the nigga, and he said, well, I just don't like you. After he asked me a question, I said, well, all right, well, then I don't have nothing to say to you. I turned to get ready to walk on the stage. Then he hit me in the back of the head. Now, this little son of a bitch hit me so hard that I didn't even fall. I didn't even stumble.
Okay, because
the easiest way to knock somebody out, and y'all have seen the videos, easiest way to knock somebody out is when they ain't looking. That's an easy person to knock the fuck out.
Exactly. Now, see, some will say, well, why are you asking that? I thought you saw the video. I did see the video, but certain people said that it was edited. So that's why I was asking that question. Like,
yeah, they said it was edited because they realized that the lie they were telling wasn't there. My video wasn't edited. When's the last time I better edit a video? When I'm at the club, whatever y'all saw me doing at the club, I did it. When I'm at the baseball game, I literally turn the camera on and start filming. I don't edit. That's listen, I put up a news story and this audio sound like shit. They was like, redo it. I said, nope. I get one shot only. Fuck you. If it didn't come out right, oh well, I will fix it for the next one. But y'all gonna have to listen to the messed up right here. I don't edit shit. You get what you get. That's why my shows, when they're live, I don't edit shit. Whatever I say, that's how you say it.
Let me ask you this question. Being in the public sector the way you are now, when you're traveling and so forth, have you run across those type of incidences a lot that have not been, videotaped?
Nope. And let me tell you something. Because I've been, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm doing something right now, so that means they have to get in a lot of your damn information. And I'm kind of free with shit, which is probably why I get robbed and stolen from all the time. So these people are asking me for my information. And a lot of them wouldn't do it. They were like, no, that's illegal. That's illegal. Well, one of them was like, no, give it to me. So I gave him my information on how to log on to my banking, my checking account, my credit cards, because I had zeroed all my credit cards out. I zeroed them all out. All of my credit cards are at zero. I zeroed them out. So the dude wanted to check and make sure that they were zeroed. I mean, the chick wanted to, this one was a chick. She wanted to check and see if they were zeroed out. And then she said, while she was on the phone with me, she said, you have a lot of points, travel points, and I don't know how to use them. I just know they rack up. I have a shit ton, apparently, of travel points that at this point, I think I can get like some free tickets. And she was pointing that out. So I travel a whole lot is why I'm saying this. How many incidences have you heard of with me traveling that somebody's done something to me? And I travel a shit ton. Hell, I got to travel in the morning. I travel all the fucking time. Name these times. And I'm always somewhere. I was at the Hawks game. I was at the strip club. And I was at one of the hoodest strip clubs in Atlanta. Them hoes had, that strip club was so hood, they had a fucking daycare center in it because the strippers was bringing their kids.
Right there at Pampers in the back.
Them hoes was dropping their kids off. And they rotate who keep the kids by the stripper. It ain't your work night tonight.
Come on, baby. Your mama's finished.
They be waving at their kids from the stage. Hey, baby. You didn't know mama just
Oh, R.E. Michael Gray, a.k.a. Tyro, he just said, what do you say? Hold on. This proves that Tommy Sotomayor listens to me. Facts. Phoenix don't know, but she better get thrown under the bus tomorrow or today.
Right. I heard one woman get on the stage. She said, if you like what I'm doing, go give my kids some dollars.
Oh my God.
Throw it in a playpen. Throw it in a playpen. They were tossing money on the kids.
If they really smart, they bring baby out. They bring baby out there, put him on the stage. This is for little baby. Some new shoes. Look at his shoes. Y'all, please, we need $100 bills right now. Come on, baby, go on to the back to the nursery.
Shoot, some of them had them swaddled around their back, so the baby was on their back. They swaddled, they were just.
Wait, they got little baby poppers in the back.
Right. They got a little taiko pole where you can put them little donut things on it. They got that.
Oh my God, it's something wrong with it. It's something wrong with it.
But let me say this to you. I go everywhere, and I go everywhere without security. And almost everywhere I go, people are overexcited to see me. They want to take a picture. They want to whatever. I'm at the fucking basketball game. Motherfuckers are stopping me. I thought that was you. Can I get a picture? What you doing out here? And you only see me with black women. I really like black women. That's why I have a problem with the dumb shit they do. Because black men allow them to do. Yeah, you only see me with them.
Now you see there, all of the misconceptions, all of the, he hates the
But let me ask you something. Do you think it's but wait, let me ask you. Do you think it's a real misconception if they actually see me with the women? Like they see it. Is it a real misconception or are they saying, fuck it, we like the lie better?
We have blinders on. Sometimes we have blinders on. Sometimes we don't see certain things.
No. And not that we don't see it. We don't want to see it. Right. See, if we have a preconceived notion of somebody, think about it. The people who dislike you will never give you credit. People who dislike you will never give you credit for shit. We got family members like that. All of us have a family member that it don't matter if you get 18 degrees, they're not going to give you credit. It don't matter if you buy 45 houses. It don't matter what you do, they got a problem. It don't matter if you marry the Prince of Wales, that nigga ugly, he's whatever it is. They got a problem with what you do. And you have to understand, people like Tyra and the rest of the people, you ain't never heard this nigga just stop and say, you know what, he did a show today. It was actually a pretty good show. Or this black woman came on his show and said she loves him. Or I see him every time he see me with a black woman, he has a problem with him. There was a time in which I had two of them here. Why he gonna sit up there and be with two women? What kind of man want to be with two women? A man that can. I don't know too many men be like, nah, I don't. that other one's in the way. You got to tell that bitch to leave. We can't have no intimate time.
Oh my God. I knew that this was going to be very interesting. I just had a feeling. I said, just don't answer it. Don't run for it.
You see how I make shit interesting, even when I'm upset. And that's what bothers him, and that's why he's trying to copy me about everything. Because he can't do what I can do. He can't make shit like this entertaining. He can't make shit like this fun. An interview, and that's what I was trying to tell you at the beginning. Everybody I talk to, I try to help. Let me ask you this question. Have you known, I guarantee you there's nobody on YouTube that is giving out more computers than me, giving out more mics than me, and giving out more cameras to me than for people who are trying to start doing YouTube videos. And this comes out of my own money. I've helped several people. And almost everybody I've helped fuck me over, and I hate it. The reason why I talk so bad about black women is because I've had really bad experiences with them, because I'm a real genuine person. Yeah, I might fuck around a little bit, but I'm a really genuine person. Like, if you need something, I'll give it to you. I will do for you. I will never watch you struggle. But them same bitches will watch me struggle or watch me be without. And that's some fucked up shit, to watch people you take care of walk. I've never done that. There's nobody in my life that can tell you they've ever helped me and I walked from them. There's nobody that can ever tell you that I've taken from them. I've stolen from them. Okay, my friend back in college, but I made up for that. But other than that, I ain't stole from people. I don't fuck over people. I just don't. That's why you don't have any girl who I've ever dated come out and saying he fucked me over. The worst they'll say is he fucked around. That's it. I fuck around them because, bitch, you acting out. And then chances are, like, the whole time, if I could get me just one good woman, I'd be straight. But the motherfuckers treat you like a dick, and then when you go fuck around, you're the problem.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. On that topic, why not just leave? Why do you fuck around?
Because, like I just told you, 2 is better than 1. So if I can't have a hole, no, you're right. You should leave. You should leave. But here's the only way I stick around. If I really,
you're doing 2 halves.
I'm doing 2 halves and trying to make a hole. And half the time, the 2 halves act the ass, so I got to add a third one. Now I'm doing thirds.
Oh, my God.
I am to build a bitch. Like, the women that I have, it's almost like how the Mexicans make a car. You know when they have a door, it be blue, but the car be silver, and the tires came from 4 different damn vehicles? That's how the bitch I'm with look. Because you don't really know, because the motherfuckers are just using me, to be perfectly honest. Because if somebody's not using you, here's the thing about love and life. I know. When people are in love, it's hard to hide it. It's like you. They don't see you with your man, but they hear you keep talking about it.
Right.
When you love someone, even when you mad at them, it's hard not to talk about them. Seriously, it is. When they make you mad, you go tell somebody, motherfucker didn't come home last night. You still talk about them. Am I lying?
That is so true. It's like,
but when you walking around and don't nobody know you motherfucking exist, that motherfucker don't talk about you. Well, how much do they care about you? They ain't happy when they see you and they happier when they leave. Well, how much do they care about you?
now here's the thing. You should be worried that they stop talking about
There you go.
Okay.
So everybody understands this, but when I have a problem with women, is I'll have this conversation with a black woman. I'll tell her, you know this is fucked up what you're doing. I don't know anything about anything in your life. And they'll look at me like I'm crazy, like I'm just saying something stupid. Well, it shouldn't matter. Really now. So I shouldn't give a shit though. Like I shouldn't care. It shouldn't hurt me. And these are the types of things when you hear me talking about it, because several black men have had these same damn problems with black women to where they will stay around and use you, but they won't treat you right. Because I don't stick around anybody that I'm not willing to treat right. If a woman tell me I need my pussy ate more, God, it'd be hard for me to do it like that. I'll just get some, I don't know, dental dam and just, because that ain't something you want to do a lot. Because I talk with my mouth and I'm on camera and I don't want no fuck shit to happen. And then people looking at me and I'm up here looking like the Toxic Avenger in the mouth. But if that's what she want, if she want to go out, I had a girlfriend who was like, every Wednesday, you can't do shit but take me out. We got to hang out every Wednesday. She said, during the rest of the week, you can do what the fuck you want. But on that Wednesday, we do what I want. And it was hard for me to do that because I like playing Madden with my friends. And I was like, fuck. But she got tired of me always playing Madden with my friends. So she said, Wednesday is my night. And you know what? Because I cared about her, I gave her that night. What I look like watching you beg me for something and refuse to give it to you. But keep hanging around you. I can't do that to anyone. My brother keep begging to live with me. That's why I don't let him come visit. Because I know when he come, he gonna want to live. Can't visit me, nigga. Nope, because you gonna stay. I'm afraid this motherfucker will bring a bag, just sneak one in. And you know how niggas do when they your relative, they just somehow, you can't get rid of them. You getting ready to go to work and they still in the house. You throwing them hints.
Right.
Yeah, you throwing them hints. Oh, I gotta go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 6. I don't know. Motherfucker in there cooking. They in there flipping. Talking about, so you want one of these pancakes? No, I want you to get the fuck out. I don't want no pancakes.
Yeah. Oh my God, that is me. That is me. Literally, like I come home and I had a lake house, right? And so one day I came home and my kids were there and strangers there and they have a little kickback and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. You must have been mistaken with somebody that you can do this. Get the fuck out.
Right.
Yeah.
You know I vacuumed your carpet. No, get the fuck out. I don't need the carpet vacuum. I wash your clothes. No, get the fuck out. I get what you're trying to do because your homeless ass trying to guilt me in the stand. I'm going to mess these towels back up just so I can wash them. Get the fuck out.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this. So, okay, let me ask you about your children, right?
Uh-huh.
Your daughter and so forth. Have they been affected by any of this?
The younger one, no. The big one, she doesn't. I'm afraid that she is because she's so old now. She's 13, and everybody knows her dad. When I go to school, them kids run up on me like I'm the biggest celebrity there. And Dallas Austin kids go to school up there, like all kind of niggas who worth more than me go to school there. But I guess a lot of their parents will watch me. So they know who I am, and it's weird. So I will come to school, and they all know me. So if they all know me, and they all watch YouTube, what really scares me is that they're all hearing. And these niggas know it because you said it in the segment before. They're all hearing Tommy fucking his daughter from this man who thinks it's okay to keep speaking about another man's kid. That I begged this man to stop talking about my daughter, and he started putting her name in his videos. So what kind of sick shit is that my 13-year-old has got to go to school and just so happen, what if she has some enemies at school? What are the first thing they're going to say to her when they get in an argument? Your daddy fucking you.
That is true. I mean, I will agree to that. I've ran into similar situations when I've been on the road. And I forget a lot of times that, my outlets are open, to the public to view. And I've been in airports and other places where people will bum rush me. And it takes me back, like it takes me aback, like, whoa, you don't run up to people like that, And then I had to stop and realize, oh, okay. And the village was like, oh, no, I watch your show and see your music and, and you play this artist. That's my cousin and whatever. But then I think about, what if I didn't play an artist, that really wanted to be on the show?
Yep.
And what if, I'm an airport or I'm walking out, and what if they say, okay, we got enough for you? And that's what I was thinking about when I made that video. I was thinking about, and I'll be honest, I was thinking about the videos that I saw, your videos, his videos, other videos that frightened me, and I said that.
But think about it. Let me ask you something. I'm just asking a real question. When you watch my videos about him, what did you think about him? Like, what were they about? Typically, when I would make a video about him, what was it about?
They would be about the stalking issue.
That's right. That's it.
Right.
That's literally it. My videos about him is, look how you are stalking me, sir. Like, why are you doing this, sir? Will you please stop this, sir? I will do any. You know, this man told me if I give him $50,000, he'd leave me alone. Does that sound like a man that's on a real crusade that he thinks need to happen? Or does that sound like a man that thinks he wants to get some money out of this? He told me $50,000 and then said, if you don't give me $50,000 in the next 24 hours, I'm going to put out your address and your phone number. I know it was you because I called him and then he realized it was me on the phone and tried to act like it wasn't him, but I knew it was him. This a man in his 40s would say that. Imagine if your husband came home and was telling you how he kept calling somebody. He has a whole video where he kept on calling me. What was it, guys, like 20 minutes in a row? He just kept calling. He wouldn't stop. He called me so much that he started singing a song. Why he kept calling? I'm gonna make this nigga change his number. This a man in his 40s. Don't y'all start that shit. I'm sorry, these damn cats are stupid. One of them got a broken leg and they still be fighting.
Yeah, I heard about the cat.
Oh. And that dumbass Mercury need to leave Bambi alone. Bambi is a stupid bitch. She just want to stay by herself, but Mercury just keep on wanting to play with her. He up here hopping along, idiot. Stop it, Mercury.
Well, isn't that normal behavior for animals?
I guess, but she don't be wanting to mess with him. But he keep stalking her. He like Tyra. I'm gonna change his name to Tyra. This nigga won't leave Bambi alone. Then every time Bambi do something, want to make it look like Bambi the bad guy. Nigga, leave her alone. You dumb ass.
Now the cat is gonna be named.
I'm gonna change his name to Tyra. That Tyra cat. He just irritating. Because if you know, like you said, there are thousands of people who dislike me. But there ain't thousands of people who dislike him. Everybody who doesn't like him has a real reason to not like him. Dead ass. The man stalks everybody. Everyone. That's why people don't like him. They don't dislike him for anything other than the fact that he told me it's wrong to call black women bitches. Yet every time he gets mad at a black woman, what's the first thing he called her? You stupid bitch. He even took my saying of what he had such a problem with what I said on the car accident video. And we'll talk about that too. I know you asked about it. He has such a problem with what I said in the car, the accident video. Do you know he adopted what I said in that video to that's what he says to people now? When the woman left me, I kept saying, bye bitch, bye bitch. Then I made a shirt that said, bye bitch. Do you know what he says now? So he knows it's my saying. He still just says it. Just like he knows make that make sense is mine, he keeps saying it. Just like he knows I'll wait is mine, he keeps saying it. There's literally no shame in his game now.
I'm trying to, and I'm going to be real honest right now. All of this has to stop.
Yes.
All of this has to stop. And I keep thinking, when I saw this video, what I'm saying again, when I saw all of the videos, well, not all of them. Like I said, I don't sit up and I don't watch YouTube every day, 24/7. I have a business. So, you see what I'm saying? So when people say, well, that, well, I'm coming in what I've seen so far. You see what I'm saying? I've seen some for a year. I've seen some for just a few months. But what I've seen, that is what I mean when I talk about my research. What I mean is this. Yes, I don't know everything. That's why, and honestly, what I'm hearing, I don't want to know everything. I don't want to know everything because there's so much secrets in this world. But what I can say is this. Can this stop? For the families involved.
You got to ask him, because you just heard me say, literally, after all the fuck shit he's done, he's told people, I cost that nigga $30,000 a month. Then where you from? If somebody took $30,000, period, out your hand, what would usually happen?
Oh.
Now imagine somebody taking $30,000 a month out your hand that you don't know, who just keeps saying, I want to see you broke in the hood, hoop riding up to no good. He's been saying that for 3 years. He's telling you he's going to take me to court. But if he was going to take me to court, he'd just go ahead and do it. He keeps claiming he's trying to stack evidence. But he claimed he got all this damn evidence. Then he said, I hope Tommy put a restraining order on me. That's going to make me take him to court. Well, I put a restraining order on him. You think he took me to court? Nope. You think he's filed any paperwork? Nope. You think he's done anything? Not a fucking thing. Because his whole life has become me. This is the most exciting this man's life's been in 41 years of living. That's a fact. This is the most talking he's ever had happen. This is the most people he's had look at him. When he first started making videos about me, it was 5 motherfuckers watching him. This is not a joke. It's not a game. So whenever he tries to act like he had a big following before me, that's a fucking lie. Because ain't no way in the world you'd have a big following, but you go live and 5 people watch. There ain't no way. He literally didn't have anybody watching him until I finally responded to him. And the most he still gets now is a little over 100.
let me ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
He mentioned something about people that you had said to. No, I'm sorry. The first thing that I heard was his wife ended up on dating sites, and then you had your people going to her job and things like that. This is what I heard.
Yeah, but he also said, but think about it. He also said that I had people go to your channel and harass you. Even you said that's not what happened. But he said that's what I did. Do you know he said that I got people who work for Google? Now listen to how stupid this sounds. I can't keep a channel up, and I damn sure can't keep a channel monetized. But he says I got people that work for Google that hack his show when he live and make his mic go out or make the video go out. Now let me ask you something. If I had people working for me at Google, do you think my channels would go down? If I had people working for me at Google, do you think I'd just make it to where his mic went out for a couple seconds? Or do you think I'd make it to where his channel went down? Which one do you think would happen? If I actually was paying people at Google to fuck with him, wouldn't you think I'd have his entire channel taken down? Like he's taking my entire stuff down? But this fool is so delusional, he sits there and says, and then with his wife, I said, when he was talking shit about me and was talking about my mom when my mom was on the show, do you know this man said my mom was a scam artist, a bitch, and is stealing money? Because my mom was is a pastor. That's all she is. She never said that she agreed with what I'm saying. She never said she liked what I'm saying. So if you listen to the video he made about you when he said you shouldn't attack people because you don't like the people around them, then he needs to leave my daughter, my girlfriend, everybody around me needs to be out of his conversation. But that's all he's ever talked about. Mind you, this man who's doing all of this stuff, the reason they found out where his wife worked at was because he got online and told a lie. And you know for a fact, I get online and say something about my personal life and people do something to me because I just brought it out. You think I'm going to blame him? No, I've never done it. When my computer goes off or the stuff doesn't work, you never heard me say, they hacking me. They hacking me. Tyra done hired these people to hack me. I ain't stupid. Other YouTubers have the same fucking problem. Sometimes you go live and it acts a fool. The nigga got a computer running Windows 98. Wondering why I keep making that dumbass sound in the background. Nigga, upgrade. Get Windows 10, nigga. At least get Windows 7. But he won't. So when he says this, let me tell you, I'll finish it. What happened was this fool got online and tried to lie about a incident that happened at his wife's job when a nigga threw a hot ass beef and cheddar and curly fries at this bitch face. After she threw that hot ass beef and cheddar at this nigga, the nigga threw the hot ass beef and cheddar at her. This nigga made a video saying that he went up to the job somehow, which is an obvious lie. He went up to the job. The dude was somehow still there or walking away. He saw him, chased him down, beat the man down until the cops came and they arrested him. Well, what's the problem with telling that kind of story? All people got to do is look up arrest. They looked up arrest that day. They found out that a guy had did something up at Arby's. That's how they found out this bitch worked at Arby's. Because this nigga said, my wife been working a professional job for 17 years. So let me ask you this question. Would you be married to a man who keeps talking about another man, taking the other man's money away from him, while you work at Arby's as a cashier? See? Do you think he really care about black women? If he won't get his own wife out of working, slanging horsey sauce?
Did you say horsey sauce?
Yes.
Wait. Okay. Because I don't go to, you said Burger King? What was it?
Arby's.
Oh, Arby's. Horsey
Yes.
sauce. Okay, wait. Stop right there. What the hell is horsey sauce?
It's the sauce that they call horsey sauce at Arby's, but it's horseradish. They just call it. Yeah, they just call it horsey sauce.
Okay, I get it. So that is what happened. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then they got a whole song about it. They was like, get up off my back, Tyra smoking crack, Donna slanging horsey sauce.
Okay, can we leave the wife out of everything? I mean,
We can. We can.
let's leave because she is, married to her husband, and I mean, and we have families. We ride with our families, right? So, but that does not mean that it comes under scrutiny or be made.
No, he's coming under scrutiny for if he's trying to protect black women. Get your wife out that damn job. And why did you come to the internet lying to us? My daughter, my wife been at 17 years. She work a professional job. Why would you tell that lie to complete strangers?
Okay.
Why does everyone around him, he has to big them up, and then you find out he's lying? Everyone in his family, including himself, you heard him big them up, tell you the lie out of his own mouth, and then get caught.
Okay, well now, I can say this, and like my grandparents once told me, that it doesn't matter where you work, as long as you work, as long as you are productive in society.
Yeah, so why did he have to lie about it?
Right. If you work in Arby's, that's fine. My first job was McDonald's 30 years ago. I mean, and maybe she had been there for 17 years, maybe she's manager now, so I don't want to throw shade on her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't like to hear, is people putting down, especially women. Now, she came on live, and she was attacking, you or, your supporters, then it's fair game. The same as if you're...
But that's what happened. But here's the thing. What happened is he's attacking other people's family and then being mad that they're doing it to him. Every girl I date is ugly in his eyes, too young, and a whore. Every one of them is a prostitute. This nigga made a video yesterday saying that I have prostitutes around my kid. Well, why don't he show him the video of any prostitute that's been around my kid? Show him. But he doesn't care. He just gets up to say disgusting shit about my children every day.
We have to be very, very careful. And this is for everyone. Putting out false information that can be very detrimental to the children.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Because we're thinking about us. We get wrapped up in us. But like I said, eventually one day our children are going to be watching and listening to everything that we're doing in this moment. Now, we may have forgotten about these things. And imagine when they hear their mother being ridiculed. Imagine when your daughter, it's unfair. It is so unfair. And I think that there needs to be some type of safeguard, as mentioned before as well. There needs to be a limit of what we are allowed to do on social media.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because this is what happens. It becomes a snowball effect. And what happens with the snowball? You roll it down and it picks up more snow. And I think of the supporters. That the supporters will start rolling and it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And even if you watch this, then guess what? Maybe your supporters have it. Maybe they are still in their fields years from now. You see what I'm saying? So that was the premise to the video itself. That's exactly what I was trying to get out, was that I was trying to be impartial, what I had been seeing, and how it would change. Because I don't want our children and our children's children to do this to the 100th power. You see what I'm saying?
But that's what's happening. But see, that's what's happening. Because if you look at Tyra, and then you look at what his son was doing, it's the same thing. His son would be on Facebook, and he's 25, so he's not a kid. But he would be on Facebook talking to 3 people, telling all his business. These motherfuckers don't. And he talked just like his dad is weird. He was like, these motherfuckers don't do this and don't do that. And he had his son living in a hotel. So he keeps talking about my kid. But his son is out there in the streets with no direction. How would you feel if your husband was constantly talking about another man saving all these other people from that man, but he won't save his own damn kid from himself? He talks more about my kid than his own. This is the truth.
That is exactly what I spoke on, is that we we have to heal ourselves. That is where it starts. You know, and I even said that we cannot keep giving advice to others if we are doing work off. You see what I'm saying? I can't give advice to mothers, let's say, that have children that have been molested, unless I have went through this or I have worked in that field. I'm not capable of giving that advice. You see what I'm saying? And that is another thing of what I was trying to say is that, you know, how can we keep judging one another when we still have work to do on ourselves? You see? And that's what I charge everyone is that when we start pointing the finger or when we start judging people's past or what's going on in their lives, have we actually stopped and have we dealt with our own issues? You see? Unless we've done that, then we really just need to be quiet, take a step back, and then work on us. That is what the video was all about.
Do you understand that I tried to help this man's son? Do you understand that he got mad at after he beat his son on video? His son came on my show. We ended up giving his son $1,100. He was broke. His daddy lied to him and told him, "Come over to my house. I'm gonna give you some money." He came over, and instead of getting money, he got beat up. I brought him on my show. We gave him $1,100. I talked to him like he had some sense, treated him well. He still talk about my daughter like she ain't shit. And my daughter's a kid. She's a child. She's done nothing wrong. You can hate the father. My child is, in my head, a damn near perfect child. Then you still keep finding reasons to talk bad about this child who's never done a thing to you. She's never done a thing, period. I'd understand if my daughter was out there hooliganing around. This nigga did a video talking about some, and Tommy don't like weave. It looked like his daughter got weave. Look at her hair. Look at it. It's weave in his daughter's hair. If he don't like weave so much, how did that happen? Well, number one, my daughter doesn't live with me. Number two, her mother put that shit in her hair. And number three, I took it out. And it wasn't no damn weave. It was braids, you dick. But the fact that you keep talking about a child is weird. Leave the kid alone. But he can't, because in his mind, like when I had stopped talking about him, do you know he made a series of videos saying some of the most disgusting shit about my mom and my daughter? And at the end of each one of the videos, he'd say, "I'm going to force that nigga to talk about me." So he's a liar when he says, when I don't talk about Tommy, people mess with me. When I had left him completely alone, this dude went nuts with the type of disgusting videos he was making. I'd never heard somebody do like that. He wanted my attention that bad that he would lower himself that way. So when you ask why would somebody say something about his wife, remember, if I allowed my daughter to go out and steal from the neighbors, guess who they gonna look at? Me. His wife goes out and works. If she keeps working and letting this nigga sit at home fucking with another grown man, if you see all these damn people coming to your house and police coming to your house and you can't convince this nigga to stop doing this shit or you won't leave, you just as bad as him. Just as bad as him. I'm sorry, if I was dating a woman and she was going around fucking with people, I'd give her a choice. You stop or get the fuck out. Because you're not going to keep bringing that shit on me. You're not going to keep having what you're doing online come to my real house. And I'm not going to be a party to you sit up here saying you wish a 10-year-old get raped. You hope a 10-year-old's plane crash. And do you know what his answer was to that today when somebody pointed it out doing his video? You can go watch it. Guess what he said? There ain't no law against wishing. That was his answer to what he said about my kid. There ain't no law against wishing. Well, what law have I broken online? Name one. What law have I broken to make this man say I don't need money? That I need to have my... And it ain't like he going after stuff. No, he going after legitimate ways of people to donate to me. They just want to donate. He says that they don't need to be. And he even told them, let's find out. That's why I had to stop reading the donors' names. He said whenever I read the names or show them that they were going to look these people up, find out who they were, and try to ruin their lives because they donated money to me. This man has been able to exist this way for 4 years of fucking with me. 4 years nonstop. And nobody's stopping it. YouTube ain't stopping it. The people who watch it ain't stopping it. His wife ain't stopping it. So you mean to tell me I shouldn't be able to look at his wife with a little bit of disdain? When I know for a fact she knows what's going on, because you'll hear her in the background. And you watching this man do this, you ain't shit. And I'll say that 1,000 days a week. You ain't shit when you watching a man fuck with somebody else's life. You're not.
Okay, I can tell you this from what you just told me. Children are off limits. That is an off limit. That says that a child should never ever be brought up in any conversation when it comes to this type of disgusting activity. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. They should never ever be brought into a gunfight.
That's right.
This is what I call it. It's a gunfight. It's not funny. It's not cute. And honestly, I'm going to tell you about the wife. And I don't know his wife personally. I've never talked to either one of them personally on the phone.
Right, you're just giving an assessment.
I can tell you this. Munchausen, I'm sorry, not Munchausen, PTSD. A lot of women are in abusive relationships, and I'm not saying this is her case. I'm saying that this is something that could happen in a lot of families, all right?
Ma'am, as a psychologist, I've been saying that. I've been saying that.
Right. If you're in an abusive relationship, and there are certain times you cannot escape. All right? I'm not saying this is his wife. I'm saying let's think about this, okay? I've counseled women that were afraid to leave. I've counseled women that didn't want to leave, that left and came back,
Yep.
because their mental, you see, these men, just like the group on if you get the mind, that's what the old tips say back in the day. If you can control the mind, the body will follow. So if this woman feels as though that is what she deserves, or maybe that's normal. You see, our definition of normal may not be the same as everyone else's. So we don't know why people stay. We don't know why people leave. I literally, this is a story that I told God, especially to women that want to escape. I worked with a young lady, and her mother was at home with her baby. And she came up to me after work, and she said, I don't know why. She said, because I feel like he's going to hurt me today. I said, don't go home. I said, you can get the baby out. Don't go home. She said, but I have to go home because my mother is there. So I'm going to let my mother go home. And then, whatever happens, happens. The next week, we were burying that young girl and her mother. I say that again. The next week, it was a double funeral. I had to look at my coworker in a coffin, and on the other side of the room was her mother. This is not a joke. There are a lot of women that do not even know how to leave. You see, some, it is financial reasons. I can't make it on my own in the city. Then there are others, they have been abused for so long that this is normal behavior. That if he doesn't beat me, he doesn't care about me. He doesn't. Why would
That's
he
right.
do all this if he didn't care about me? So we don't really know her mentality. You see? She may be so in love with this man that whatever he does is acceptable. So I'm not.
It appears, let me say this. It appears, though, like they're just roommates. Because if you spend 8 to 10 hours talking about me every day for free, and your wife says nothing, I honestly believe she's glad that he's focused his attention on me, because it takes him away from her. They don't have a relation. You don't hear about them going out and having you've never heard about them just having a date night. For the 3 years he's been fucking with me, you don't hear this man say, it's date night for me and my wife. It's family night for this. None of that do you hear. You watch this man every night, every day, and then he'll get drunk at night. He'll do a live stream, get drunk, be completely fucked up when he does it. Like the night when I called him and he started crying, talking about he loved my daughter. Then he started making videos saying he loves my daughter more than me. Now, what kind of man would make that about a strange damn person's, a stranger and their kid? If you all this about pedophilia, you think pedophilia is wrong. But you keep talking about my daughter, and she's a beautiful little girl. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Stop talking about my kid. Then you got your fans sitting up there calling my daughter horse face and fucking with her, and he telling, this man told them where her YouTube channel was so they could go to it. He did a live stream showing them where her channel was. And do you know what he said his reason for doing it and why he don't feel bad? He said, because he gave her one of his old channels, so it ain't technically her channel, it's his channel, so we can go there if we want. So by his logic, if I give my daughter one of my cars when she turns 16, well, they can run her off the road because technically it's my car. That's his logic with a kid. That technically the channel, which had been renamed for her and my other one, that was going to be, it was called the Soto sisters. They were going to do that little whole growing up and getting to know each other thing. This fool went and told everybody where it was so they could go over there and fuck with the kid. Do you know now when my daughter does a live stream, it's some of his fans in the comment section talking about some how your daddy dictates to a 13-year-old.
I don't think that people realize the long-term effects of child abuse. I don't think that people get it. I don't even think that people get when you come at other people's children what it does to them for years upon years upon years. I told you about the 6 little girls that were prostituted out of a hotel room for the mother's crack. It took me 4 months to find a home that would take all of them together because all of the foster parents knew that they would have psychological issues for years and years and years.
See, I think that's where you're wrong, though. They do know what it's doing. These people have become so removed from each other that all we want to do is cause each other pain. You have to remember, we're the same group of people who's willing to shoot someone because they so-called disrespected us. We murder each other for stepping on shoes. You think they don't know what they're doing when these are the same type of people who will shoot up a house and kill a kid inside? You know kids live in that house. You still shot up that house. Look what they did to Tyshawn Lee. They couldn't get to his daddy, so they shot a 9-year-old boy 7 times in the chest. These people know what they're doing. They feel like if we can't get him to stop making videos, we're going to go after his kid. Because there's no reason to go after my kid. There's no reason to do this stuff. And then in the process, what's funny is they'll talk about the kids that they see me with and then keep saying, well, he got a son and some other kids, but he don't tell us. Now, let me ask you something. Let's just say I had 12 kids. If the 2 they see me with, they fuck with. If every girl they see me with, they fuck with. Do you think I would just introduce new characters to this fucked up tragedy?
You know, I talked about that too, and I do understand that point because with me being in the public eye as far as the music is concerned, I didn't realize so many thousands of people were watching my videos, were looking at my children's pictures, looking at my grandchildren's pictures. I said, damn. And then I had to think about it. A lot of those are pedophiles.
Yes.
And then I had to fall back on sharing so much of my personal life on my social media outlets because my daughters would tell me, Mother, these people are sending us friend requests. We don't know these people. I said, oh my God. Ooh, that is what I was talking about when I said this shit is getting scary. Because now I know that I opened the door for sick people to look in and to try to get in. You see what I'm saying? It's very easy to find out people's addresses now. I actually lived off the grid for 2 years. Nothing was in my name. And I had the most peace I've ever had because I knew that no one could find me. I knew no one could find my children that were staying with me at the time. Now, that is what I think about all the love or will lust after my daughter is if they actually show up at our door. You know what I'm saying? And that bothers me. And I said that on the video. This shit is getting scary. And what the hell can we do to change this? What can you do? Because, like I said, your daughter, his wife, no one deserves this because they didn't ask for any of it. They did it. And I think it is a disservice to them. I really, really do. I really, really do.
Like right now, let me point. Like right now, somebody in the comment section named Hip Hop Wild, they said, "How do I complain? How do I crying about the same treatment that I dish out? Help me understand." Watch what I just did. I just told that person, you know what? I'll talk to you right after I talk to her. I said, I'll talk to you right now. You can ask me that question. I'll answer. Do you think they'll take it? You think they'll take on my offer? All I do is get trolled by dumbasses that I'm willing to talk to, and they won't talk. But they come in my comment section to troll. So I ask again, person. Don't just ask a question. You made a statement that I would like for you to be able to back up. All right. So they said they'll do it. So Hip Hop Wild, you can either send me your phone number or you can send me your Skype or whatever. But go ahead, dear. I'm sorry. I just wanted you to understand. I've never run from anyone. Anybody that wants to talk to me and ask me a question, I'll talk to them.
Right. Right. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this. You know, as a mother, as a grandmother, I have to say what bothers me in our society. And these are things that have been bothering me. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not, you see what I'm saying? I'm a promoter, and I have a family. That's where I'm coming from. That's it. That's where I'm coming from. I can't be anyone else. I can't be a Mr. Freeman. I can't be a Tommy Sotomayor. I can't be.
Hey, you said my name. You said it right. You've been calling me Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, but you called my name right that time. Go ahead.
Thank you. But yeah, that is where I'm coming from. That is where, like I said, I know I see that you have a big following. I see that. Did you think that the only reason why I agreed to this is because I said maybe something can come out of this. Now, what is going to happen? I already know.
You know you about to get bombarded by that dude. He gonna call you out like saying he wasn't gonna call you. And the reason I'm saying this is hoping that he won't. Hoping that he'll at least say I gotta prove Tommy wrong and leave you alone, because that's not what he's known for. There's several people who can tell you that they just stopped watching him and they got the blues for not watching him. Just stop watching him and went watch somebody else. And this dude called him all kind of bitches. That girl that he used to send out every day, Benevolent Flower. Every day she was on his show, 8-hour streams. She'd be on there for 8 hours. She had a kid. He never said one time, this woman needs to be taking care of her kid. This woman needs to be taking care of her kid. Soon as she stopped hanging out with him, guess what he said? That bitch be online all day instead of taking care of her kid. What we need to do is call DFAX and have him take her kid away. So he done called DFAX on her. He called DFAX on me. He called DFAX on Vic. He's trying to separate people's family. He's using the internet as his mallet. He's using the internet as his sledgehammer. He knows he can do this from the safety of his bullshit $19,000 house. Fuck with other people's lives. There's something wrong with this man. And when you're talking about us as parents and grandparents, we cannot sit back and watch this shit go down every damn day and think it's funny. Because when it's happening to somebody else, it's just like in the hood. Everything bad that happened, we sit back and we watch it. And then the next thing you know, it's happening to us. Because we sit back and watched it happen to somebody else. The reason why they don't like me is because I call out shit that happens to other people, not just shit that's happening to me. Because if you want to make a better society, you call out things that are wrong, not call out things that are wrong that's been done to you. It's easy to be a fucking victim. It's hard to be a victor.
try to take wisdom whenever I hear it. You know, and I made the second video about now you're not going to be my friend because of who I come. I already knew what was going to happen. When my name was mentioned, I knew what was going to happen. I was ready for it, and I even said that. I'm not built to break. It is not what they call me when I answer. It is not. You see what I'm saying? I know that being on this platform now, it's going to attract negative things to my life.
Actually, I don't think it will. Let me tell you why. Because you stayed pretty neutral. Like, even girls who come out and say they like me, they kind of get the idiots who stalk them. But in general, people leave them alone after a while, and they say, oh, well. Like, they'll make a video saying they support me, and it'll get a bunch of dislikes from those people. Then the people will move on. The difference is you didn't take anyone's side, and you're only here because your name was thrown in a situation when it shouldn't have been. If this dude cared about you, the last thing he would have done is made a video if he knows that people stalk him. He would have never made a video saying, go check out this girl, she makes some good points, such like that. And then turn around and he's doing it on purpose. His life is so boring. That's why he does so much of what I do. He's trying to get me to say something about it. He knows it's irritating that something I say in the show, this nigga's not saying it. He knows it's irritating that he's taking my sayings and trying to make them his own. He knows that will eventually make the person just be pissed that you're stealing his shit. But I let it go. I let it go, and then I finally say something to it. And that's the type of person he is. He knows if he just shouts out a person, because guess what he's going to do? He's done it to everyone, and the audience can tell you if I'm lying or not. Everybody he so-called shouted out, he then turns around and say, you didn't have no viewers until I shouted you out. He does it to everyone. He's brought no one any fucking viewers. He brings you crap, but he doesn't bring you viewers. Because if he could bring somebody else viewers, why can't he bring himself viewers? Oops. How it gonna look like I bring everybody money, but I can't bring me no money? How it look like I bring everybody hoes, but I can't bring myself none?
Right. Here's the thing about the views is that I didn't care. You see what I'm saying? When I put out the video, it was technically for the artist, but for also there are YouTubers that know me, okay? And I haven't revealed their names yet, but they do know I'm on different social media platforms, and I'm letting them know that, okay, I'm here now, you can find me. I did not care. I still don't care about you. That's the funny thing. I'm not trying to make money off of this. I make money being a global promoter. So I'm not 100% vested in YouTube. You see what I'm saying? This is not my bread and butter. It is just another platform to play music. You know, and that's what it started out to be.
But imagine if it was. Like, it's my bread and butter. Imagine if it was your bread and butter and you had people attacking your bread and butter just simply because they couldn't ignore your words. Remember, I make videos. If you don't like them, you stop. You don't have to watch my videos. I don't force them on anyone. So why would you feel the need to go around like literally you want to interview girls I've slept with? You want to interview somebody I had a discussion with in Hooters? Like, it made no sense. And then he said, I believe everything she's saying about Tommy. But when she didn't come on his show, you know what he started calling her? A liar. But you know what he still said? Oh, I believe everything she said about Tommy. She just lying the rest of this stuff. How the fuck you sit up here and say somebody's a liar about everything else, especially when it comes to you? But when it comes to this guy I don't like, everything they said is true. Literally, any woman who makes a video and say they like me, he said they're a dumb bitch, they're a stupid bitch, and he said if you follow Tommy, you deserve to be called a bitch. Imagine that. This man said if you follow Tommy or you like Tommy, you a bitch. What kind of logic is that?
Well, here's the thing. I'm subscribed to you, and I don't consider myself a bitch or a whore. So that actually disproves that theory right there.
It ain't gonna take him long for them to call you a bitch. Watch.
But it's okay because, like I said before, it's not what people call me. It's what I answer to. I don't answer the bitch or whore. So if someone calls me that, either I can accept it or I can say, you must have me, pardon my language, fucked up with somebody else because I'm not her.
And notice I haven't dodged any question you asked or denied anything that you're asking that's true. I'm not going to sit up here and say, I don't know where you got that from. I don't call women bitches. No, I do.
And see, here's the thing, is that if I'm called a bitch, she's a fucking bitch for going on that show. Well, I already said on his video, when I saw you referring to my video again, I got on there and I said, oh, you're talking about me. Okay, and he was giving the accolades. I said, thank you for watching. Thank you. I hope it reaches someone. Okay. Does that mean that I approve this message or that I approve everything that someone is saying? No.
See, and I think that's what happened. But I think that's what happened. A lot of people saw you seem like a pretty positive, friendly person. And they were literally going to you and saying, you don't know the type of person you're walking around. There's nothing positive about this man. And if you get around him, he's going to do you like he's done everyone. Everyone who's been cool with him have ended up being a bitch, a hoe, a faggot, and a child molester. Everyone.
Okay, well, here's the thing about being cool with people. I don't know you, Tommy. I don't know him. I don't know her. I don't know anybody I've never met anybody.
That's how it should be.
Cool. You see, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not cool with anybody except who I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? So, and yes, I did read all the comments, and they were warning, okay, it's gonna happen, and then I was told that these are trolls, that these people have been following him for a while, that they just like his message. So there's always a his story, her story. There's always two sides, and in the middle, a lot of times you may find the truth, or you may find it on the left and the right side. So I'm not here to pass judgment. What my intention was, and it will always be, the unification of our people. And you have taught me one thing, is that if you see something that is not right, you should speak on it. You should speak on it. Don't just pretend that it'll go away. And that is ironic, because when I was a juvenile investigator, I did not turn a blind eye. I mean, I was a dog. I was a beast when it came to these children.
Well, I get where you're at now. But I get where you're at now. Like you said, look, and my grandmother used to talk about that. She said, you get in touch with your mortality, you become more of a positive person. And I don't know if it's something happened to you, or maybe you saw so much in dealing with those children and those families that you probably became a positive person because you saw so much negative, and you don't want to bring that out. And I actually appreciate that. I don't want you to be negative towards him or anyone. But what I do want everyone to do is to realize how vile this person is, because when a vile person like this has been doing this for 3 years, you know what happens? Then you get the Kev Gills. Then you get to all these other people, as you stated, because it's not just one person. You said it. It's a whole bunch of this going on the internet where these people have dedicated their lives to fucking with one person because that gets them more views than not doing it.
And the hypocrisy is another thing that I've been saying as well. When there are pedophiles that are preaching against pedophilia, I don't get that. I've seen that too. How are you an expert on what you shouldn't do when you were doing it in your 30s?
Poppy.
So you see the hypocrisy, and I sat back and I watched. I said, what the hell am I watching here? Like, I know the history behind these people. What the hell am I looking at? You see what I'm saying?
But that tells you that it's more crazy people than just the person speaking. Because the fact that Poppy guy can do the most disgusting shit and still have an audience is dumb. Seriously, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. The man's a killer. The man actually is a sexual abuser. He abused a handicapped boy, and he said it himself. How the hell is he the dude that needs to talk about kids being molested when as soon as he got a couple checks from talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine, he became rich? All of a sudden, this man was rich. And I want all y'all to pay that attention. When he first came, he didn't talk about how rich he was. When he got a couple YouTube checks, he became Mr. Rich, and now he don't really give a shit about kids being molested. He care about talking about celebrities and arguing with Jay Prince and anybody else that can get him views. These
Well,
are
now
the people I'm talking about.
that came to an end when he apologized, because sometimes you can write a check and that check will be cashed on your hand too. That there's some people out here who can't mention their name and think that you're going to get away with it. You see what I'm saying? So when people change their language, the very next day, you know that you can be touched. You know, people can literally reach out and touch you.
Yeah, because he sure did apologize to Jay Prince real quick.
Yeah, I saw that, and that was a good move. That was a very, very
That nigga apologized quick. He ain't apologized to me, though. He ain't apologized to none of that fuck shit he said about me. All them lies he told about me. But he said something about Jay Prince, and I think somebody told him that's the wrong nigga to talk about. And he came back and was like, you know, my bad, y'all. I was wilding.
But see, I'm trying to figure this out on that situation. Why is African Bambaataa not in jail?
Ooh.
Why
ain't Tyra going out there? Wait. Why ain't Tyra making videos about Africa Bambaataa? Why is he making videos about me?
These are the things that need to be addressed in our community.
Yep.
Because do you know how many missing girls and women there are in this country that are being... I literally interviewed a young lady, she's called Brazilian Princess. I met her in Chicago in the award show. She told one stage her story about being sold into the sex industry, sex trafficking. That shit happened. She came here thinking she was going to get a record deal. She didn't get a record deal. She was passed around for quite a long time. She escaped. She even brought her children with her. She lost her children. This is a true story. And when I finally interviewed her, I said, wow, this is the shit right here that we need to be talking about so that we can warn our children. We can warn. I had an incident happen with my twin grandsons. They were outside playing, and a car pulled up. It was a white couple. And I watched the exchange because I've always taught my grandsons and children never, ever approach a car. But I saw one going towards the car. I was there in 2 seconds flat. And all I heard the man say and the wife, well, we were looking for someone that sold us a kitten. See, that is how they pick up children and you never see them again. There are thousands of melanated women of color that go missing every year. And no one talks about that. But we talk about the Jay Princes. We talk about shit that is not going to save our children. When are we going to address these things? I don't want to hear about Jay Prince anymore. He's not putting any money in my pocket. But if he is helping our community, you see what I'm saying? He has done a lot in the music industry. But he is human just like we all are. We all make mistakes. And sometimes a lot of people that live the street life, they revert back to that life as well. You see what I'm saying? But this is what I want to hear more of. Is if you've been through pedophilia or if you've been abused and you got out of that situation, that is what our documentary is about. It's on YouTube. If my sister is in the hood, that's where I need to be. It's 5 hours long. It is 7 of us. And we told our story of how we got out. There was one woman that was machete called to death. There was another that was molested all of her life by family members. There was one that went to prison. These are all women of color. And we survived, overcame that. And now we are able to seriously counsel because we've been there. So if there is a sister that is coming out of prison and she's been in for a while, we have a sister that can help her get back on her feet, teach her how not to go back to the street. You see what I'm saying? So all of this other foolishness, and that is what it is to me, it is foolishness. It is not helping our people. It is not helping our cities.
You know who is really not helping?
Yes.
It's not helping. I said, you know who's really not helping? It's not helping ourselves.
Yes, exactly.
Like, think about what we're doing. What we're doing is so bad that it's literally not helping ourselves. We are destroying ourselves in the process. This man, if you look at what he's doing, and I know I keep bringing it back to him, but I'm just so upset that this dude put my name in a video that you did when it had nothing to do with me. Literally didn't. But this man has not made his life any better in 3 years. The only thing he's done is made himself a bigger target and a bigger fool. But the fact that a man in his 40s has no problem with being looked at as a stalker, as a crazy man, as a wild man, as an alcoholic, as a drug addict, as a whole bunch of stuff. And in his 40s, he'd still rather have the attention he gets. Because now, you remember I told you, he started off with only 5 people watching him while he was talking about me. Guess who he makes fun of now when he does his videos? People who won't. Yes, the same people that started out with him when he literally, if he does a video and he doesn't talk about me, that's why he started back talking about me. For like a month, he was making videos where he wasn't talking about me, and nobody was watching. He was getting no views.
You see, and I talked about this too, that our people, especially people of color, we love drama.
Yep.
The more drama, the better. And people are eating this up. They love this. Oh my goodness, what is Tommy going to talk about tonight? Oh my God, let's go through. Oh shit, it's about to get live.
That's right.
What is wrong with us that we feed, like we literally feed the engine? This is what I call it. But what is that doing for our lives? Just like you said, what is it doing? Is it benefiting our lives in any way whatsoever? If it is not, then we have psychological problems. Seriously.
Well, I'm going to tell you what it is. Most of us hate our lives. We don't like the life we live. So we would like to watch somebody else have a worse life than us or a fucked up life. So if we can see somebody else's life get torn down, because the one thing you don't want to do is look on YouTube and think this nigga got rich off YouTube. If you've been doing YouTube and you didn't get rich, you know what you want to do? Because he always brings up, he'd been on YouTube 4 years before I ever got on YouTube. What does that tell you if nobody knows him? What does that tell you if it didn't equate to anything?
Now here's the thing, and I also talked about this too. What if the internet crashes? What if there is no more internet? You see what I'm saying? What do you have to fall back on?
Well, and that's one of those questions. He asked that question, but I always tell people this, or I always have, this is my response to what he's saying. Let's see if you understand. That would be like me telling, what's his name? The guy who owns Facebook. You know what that would be like? Me saying, well, what would happen if the internet went down? I mean, shit. I mean, his Facebook would be gone, but Zuckerberg or
Right.
Bill Gates. What happened if people stopped using computers? Like, well, I mean, it's a weird thing when that's that person's business. That's like telling, it's almost like telling Donald Trump or any politician, what would you do if the government didn't exist? Or it's like telling a person who built houses, what would you do if you didn't have wood? Like, it's weird that you say to somebody who that's their job, what would they do if they didn't have that job? Like a doctor. Would we honestly tell a doctor, well, what would we do if people stop getting sick? Seriously, after a while, it's ridiculous to ask.
Right, and the point that I was trying to make is this, is that I always believe in multiple streams of income. In case one doesn't work, you have 3 and 4 to fall back on.
Well, yes.
So, you see what I'm saying? So, I feel like this. If you have 8 to 9 hours to be on YouTube, and I've said this before, you better be making some money from it. You better be making some damn good money. Like, this should be your full-time job. You see what I'm saying? But if you've made it your full-time job, and if something happens, then what other, skills or whatever do you have? And I'm not just talking about the person, I'm talking about everyone. That we should not get so single-minded that we rely on one thing. I know, for instance, you have multiple streams. I know that you travel and so forth. And so got to have a life outside social media. You know, I mean, you really, really do.
Now, I'm in agreement with it. Like, when you listen to this man tell you all of the skills he has, and I'm not trying to be funny, we'll wrap this up here soon. But if you listen to this man talk about all the skills he has, do you think a man who does all that would still have time to do 8-hour streams about another dude? To the point of where he throws in what he calls throwbacks, which is replays of something he's already done. Replays of something he's already said. Do you know this man doesn't, if I was that bad of a dude, he'd be able to come up with something new to say about me every day. But he doesn't. He repeats the same thing over and over again. He repeats the same talking point. And then he says, I don't watch Tommy. Well, if you don't watch me, how can you make an informed decision? Oh, well, Tommy just says the same thing, so we know what he's going to say, so that's why I just keep on replaying these old videos. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you really fucking kidding me? Do you see me sitting up there just replaying videos I made about hoes? Replaying videos? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. People need to know that this girl 2 years ago did something to me, so I'm going to repeat it. That is the dumbest shit in the world. And there's no individual on earth that I feel like I need to wake up every day and talk about it. And you have to remember, I've had people in my life that's hurt my feelings. He's had people in his life that's hurt his feelings. He's had people who tried to kill him. He don't even tell us about this so-called person he had to shoot at. He don't mention anybody's name except one guy on YouTube that he's never met. Then after telling me, if I come, first he told me I'm in a no-fly zone. I can't, this grown man, I'm not lying to you, told me that I couldn't fly anywhere in the Midwest because he's such a thug and a gangster that he gonna have somebody touch me anywhere in the Midwest. I went all through the Midwest. He said, that nigga in Chicago, that's 300 miles away from me. You think I'm gonna come there? I bet you he won't come to my city. He kept on saying, it's one place in the United States this nigga ain't never came, Indianapolis. I don't care if he at the police station or if he with police. I'm going in his fucking face when I see him. He know not to come to Indianapolis. So guess what I did?
What?
Flew to Indianapolis. Not only did I fly to Indianapolis, front row seats to the Big Ten championship game, front row seats to the Indianapolis game. And guess how I got to each one of the games? I walked to each one of them. I physically walked, and I let everybody know before I walked where I was going, and whilst I was walking, I live streamed it. He let everybody know he lived only 5 minutes away from my hotel. He knew exactly what hotel I was in. He knew exactly when I was leaving for the airport. Do you know this son of a bitch said, Tommy didn't tell me, Tommy didn't tell people that he was going from Atlanta to Indianapolis until he got there, and then he went straight to the police station. Wait a minute, you said even if I'm around police, you're going to go up in my face. He explained why he do it. He said, it's just a misdemeanor. If I hit you, I get right back out of jail. Then when I finally left, this nigga said, Tommy was supposed to be here 7 days, but he left after 5 because he was scared of me. Wait a minute. So I stayed in your town 5 days, but you needed 7? You needed 7 to beat me up, and then you just coming up with this, I was supposed to be there 7 days. Who the fuck gave you my itinerary? When was I supposed to be there 7 days? I just picked up and left before then? You're just making shit up. And I want you to understand, this dude makes shit up every day. And I got a show to where, and I want you guys, if you're in Indianapolis, please buy the tickets, because I want to make sure. I was hoping this one would sell out first. I would have went up there in the middle of the fucking snow. If they sell out them indie tickets, I'm going to do a show there. As a matter of fact, if he was so bad and he was going to do all that, do you know one thing he would have done right now just to prove how bad he was? When I go look at my tickets in Indianapolis, guess who would have bought one already?
Right.
Him. If he that fucking bad, he would have had a ticket, put it on his show, and said, I bought a ticket to see that nigga. I bet he don't show up. And if he don't show up and he don't give me my motherfucking money, I'm gonna sue him. He had a case right there. He keeps saying he gonna sue. He keeps saying that my show is a scam. He'd bought the cheapest ticket he could find and then said, if this nigga don't show up at this show and he don't give me my money back, I'm suing him over the money. But if he do, I'm gonna be right there like I told y'all I'm gonna be there. He'd have done that. He hasn't. Why?
I can tell you this. Most smarter, I'm not going to say they're very smart, but smart killers. I'm not going to implicate anyone, but if you
wouldn't be talking about it. Yes.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be on it just like if he was gonna sue me. He wouldn't keep making videos saying he's gonna sue me and he's picking up evidence. Because common sense is, if I know this nigga's picking up evidence and trying to sue me, guess what I wouldn't do? Give him evidence. When people are when people are getting evidence against you, they don't warn you that they're doing it.
Exactly. I told my daughter she had a court case, and it turned into a civil case. But she was suing the city, a small city close to us, because they told her to pick up some trash outside of her car. She said, I'm not picking the trash up. This is not mine. And so they called the police, and they arrested her. Now, during the time she was going for her master's for psychology, she knew that she could not, because of the major that she could not have any type of arrest record. So she went to court. She said, Mom, I want to blast this place. I want everyone to know about what's going on. I said, no, I said, you handle your business first. Once you get paid, then you can say what you need to say.
Right.
I said, but you cannot bring any negativity to your case, because that will ruin your case. You see what I'm saying? And so she learned, even though she wanted, a lot of times she wants to blast people. Oh, let me tell you about this place. This place is horrible. I said, no, don't say nothing. Say less. That is what I tell artists a lot of times when they're caught up in certain situations. Don't say anything. If someone is coming after you or after your music, or if they've stolen a beat from you, some of the producers, say nothing. Take them to court, get your money, and then you can say, we don't rock with this person because they're shaky. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same way if you are going to kill them. You won't hear them ever speak on it. And if they are real G's, real killers, they'll never admit it, and they won't brag on it.
Sure won't.
They won't, because that's snitching. And I'm from Chicago, we don't snitch. Now, there's certain situations where, yes, if there's a child involved or whatever, yeah, your ass is going down. But when it is between the games or whatever, that is the code in Chicago. Is that you all use that shit, you know what I'm saying, but don't bring us into it.
Right.
It is the same way with these so-called killers. I'm not saying that he won't do it. What I'm saying is that from what I've learned over the years, and dealing with a lot of people that have been to prison, that have killed people, and that have turned their lives around, that's what they always said. If I said I was going to do it in my mind, and I said I was going to do it in my mind, I did it, and no one knew about it. Yeah, I got caught. Yes, I got caught, but you never.
Right, but there's no reason. Listen, first off, you don't want to give the person you're trying to kill warning that you're trying to kill them.
Exactly.
Look who the fuck does this?
That implicates you in a murder. Because now
well, not only that, but they're ready. But think about it. I want to kill or rob somebody that's not expecting to be killed or robbed. Why the fuck I'm gonna tell somebody I'm gonna rob your house on Wednesday and wonder why when I come to the door they got guns? Nigga, you told them. You don't tell somebody you're trying to do something to them and then think you're gonna be able to get away with it. You can't tell me you're coming to... Go ahead.
Imagine if something did happen to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you were stopped. Who are the police going to look at?
Immediately go get.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times we set ourselves up for failure. Like someone can actually try to post something, and just because they don't like him, you see, so they can get him put away. It's easy. It's easy to frighten people. So very easy. See what I'm saying? When there's no witnesses around. Okay, well, it was this person that did it. So we have to be very careful at the graves that we dig for people, because we may end up in those graves ourselves. I don't mean physical graves, but yes. you get where I'm coming from.
That's what I keep trying to tell everybody that's enjoying that I'm losing something online while they're trying to become something online. I'm like, do you understand that everything you've done to me, you've now made it to where anybody who sees you make it, they're going to do it to you. And almost every one of them who, like Poppy, after he started doing that shit to me, now he's saying it's wrong that people are doing it to him. Dude, you did it to me when you were broke. Every one of them do the same thing. When they're broke, they fuck with the people who have it. But if they end up getting it, now all of a sudden, yeah, I know what you're going through, Tommy. I know what you're going through. No, you don't. You the one who put me through it, jackass. You didn't see me start off doing YouTube videos fucking with other YouTubers. It never happened. I didn't even understand why the other YouTubers were making videos about me. But then I looked at it as joning because I grew up in the South and joning was part of it. So I thought it was just a normal thing. So I joned them back. Except for when I would join them back, when I would call mine ethers, they were so much more funnier than what they said about me. Next thing you know, they was flagging me. I woke up one day and my whole channel was gone. I said, what the fuck just happened? I didn't even know there was a way that you could just sit there and flag a nigga like this. So it was strange to me. This is stuff I'm not used to. I grew up, you don't try to take money from a man because that man is going to take your fucking life. You don't try to take the way a person lives their life for no reason other than you dislike them. You dislike them, that's it.
Exactly. And here's the thing, too. And it's funny about that pocket. You know, that's what we say here. I'm going to hit them in their pocket. I'm going to hit them in their pocket. See, the wise ones will go to court. But my street boys, you know, he's just going to handle this. So here's the thing that I want to say to whomever that needs to hear this. Stop digging graves for others because you may end up in that virtual grave yourself. We must do better for the next generation. We need to stop acting like children, like dangerous children, because this is dangerous now. And I, for one, I speak for the families and for the children. That's it.
You know what? I think that's a good positive way to end the show because I don't want it to be too mad. I know you can see that I'm frustrated and angry, and I didn't mean it to go that way. And the really sad part is my girl Sotomayor. She said she just woke up. She was in England. She was like, I just woke up and I see you live. Are you okay? She said, please end this on a good note. And she's right. It's just so frustrating, and I don't know if people can understand that you've ever had anybody stalk your life every day and try to ruin it every day. You've never met the person. You've never met them. That's what's hurting me. So what I would like for you to be able to do is to watch how civil you are being and how I said, look, I'd stop today if he stopped. I guarantee you can't get him to say that same thing.
I get it, and I do thank you. And tell your beautiful queen that I lived in England, I lived in Bury St. Edmunds, and Aria, Milden Hall, and Lincoln Heath, and I give much love to my British people on today.
No, we've never met. She's like she's a awesome person who's been a fan for a long time. I can't wait to meet her when I go over there. But I've never met her before. She's just really good person. It's like Desi. I think I didn't know Desi until like a year after. And Carrie in there. I've never met Chorus 5 yet, 15 yet. I'd like to meet her. I've never met Chastity. I'd like to meet her. And there's a lot of people in there that I have not met that are really nice people. People who donate, people who help out with the show. A lot of the moderators, I've never met them, but these people are just really good people. And I think the reason I called Soto Nation what it was because I just looked at it as like really a bunch of people who help each other. Like all those people who do anything for me. When they email me and they tell me their rent late, they tell me their light bill late, they tell me, oh, I met Carrie. Carrie, that was cool. Like I had known of Carrie, but then when I went up to Chicago, I'm out there because I'm just a dumbass. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of stuff I do is stupid. Like I was filming myself in Chicago because they kept threatening me. So like an idiot, I filmed myself, but that's dumb because the person who threatened you might not be the one to do something to you. It might be somebody else that you didn't know about, the person that ain't online talking loud, and so it's stupid what I did. But what I did was I started filming myself. I said, I'm going to film my whole time. If this nigga want to come get me, I'm at a public place. I was at this place called Giordano's. I was out there in the parking lot.
The pizza place. Yes.
Yeah. So I was out in the parking lot yelling and screaming, motherfucker want some of this? Come get it, motherfucker. I'm up out here. And while I was doing it, I didn't realize how easy I was to get because the young lady, Carrie, had her husband drop her off. I didn't see him. She ran up behind me and gave me a hug, and if she was a killer, I'd have been dead because I didn't see him coming.
That's the way it happened.
But she said she saw me live, and she told her husband, we need to go see him. Her husband, who was a cop, took her up there to see me, and my dumb ass up there yelling and shit in the street and didn't even notice somebody walked up behind me.
If that's in Chicago, yeah, that's called being a bitch. Yeah. I can is that either especially not here. You know, people here actually pretend like they're being lynched. I mean, so and
And do you know? And just to finish it off, do you know Carrie, who's never done anything wrong, who's never fucked with the dude Tyra, never done anything to him. All she did was show up in the video and give me a hug, and her and her husband talked to me, and he was telling me, he said, man, half my check be going to you. She keep donating to you. And I think he's so cool because to me, that lets me know she got a good husband. He picked her up, put her in the car to go meet me. And he was really just, he's like, you just a good dude. We enjoy listening to you. And I said, that's the kind of marriage I want. I want something like that. Because when you got a real partner, your partner understands what it is you like, what it is you do. And even if they don't do it, they understand it's your thing. I dated a girl when she watched these bullshit movies on Lifetime. It wasn't my thing. Next thing I know, I'm watching that shit just as mad as she was at the nigga. I can't believe he cheated. He ain't shit.
I can't believe this nigga right here.
Right. This nigga here. This nigga here.
This nigga right here. He said, can't get me. Here's the thing about that. Just do what I'm going to get with this is that it's the hardest job. And I asked the older couple, they were in the 70s and 80s, I said, what is the key to a great relationship? And the man looked at me and said, finding somebody that can put up with your bullshit, can put up with theirs.
Yes.
They have been married for over 50-something years. And they said that this is the hardest job because once you get complacent, once you stop trying to be in love every day, then you're just existing and then you're just roommates. So that is what they said to me is when you do find someone and you know that is the right one, then work with that every day. Like make that your waking up and going to bed mission is to make that king.
You know what we fuck up with relationships? We believe, like you said, I'm glad you said it, like we're supposed to be happy and in love every day. And my grandmother was like, sometimes I don't like y'all motherfuckers, and I had you.
Yeah.
She was like, I had you.
I told my children that. I told my daughters, and I also my grandkids, I just don't like you. And not all the time. But there's times when they're being bratty, and I'll just tell them, I really don't like you right now. You know, can you go to the other room? They're like, how can you not like it? Where's your grandson? I just don't like you right now. Now tomorrow, if you're acting better, I will like you again. But for right now, I'm going to need you to remove yourself from this room because I don't like you. And you know, and it's okay to be like that with your mate.
Well, think about it, because sometimes we don't. Well, let's just be real though. Sometimes we don't like ourselves. There are plenty of times when I'm laying in the bed and I don't like myself. I look in the mirror and like, look, you fat. You got all this nappy hair on your face. You need to shave that shit off. It looks stupid. Like I've literally sat there and been like, now, the hell today, you see why I got on another shirt? Because I realized that old shirt I had a bacon neck. I was like, what's wrong with that shirt? That shirt look. I got on camera looking like a hobo. I look like one now, but at least I got a nicer shirt on. But I was like,
well,
oh man.
I didn't want to say anything, Tommy, but yeah, I saw it a couple times. I just you were just, you know, caught up in the working.
And if I just threw on the first shirt I could find because I needed to talk about something, but I didn't know it was that bad. I liked the shirt, but what it said on the front. So I thought, I need to say that for this. But then I was looking at my neck, and if y'all go back and look at the video, y'all will see I did this several times trying to stretch that bitch out. Like I was trying to stretch it out to the show. If I had an iron, I would have just ironed that shit on my neck.
Wait. I done shows because I do so much. I'm thinking like 3 hours a week. So I'll get up and I'll go straight to working, right? And I'll do a live show and I'll do another live show. But sometimes I forget that I to be real. It's time to be real. I will fall asleep with a beautiful flowers on because I'm dead to the world. I'll wake up. I'll wash my face. I will remember that I still have on the same clothes. And then one of the artists said, "Hey, Phoenix, or you just know you had that on last night, right? Like you do." I'm like, "Oh my God, no! I'm plastic. I feel so disgusting." But I kept on with the show. You know, nothing stopped.
No, I kept going. I didn't stop. I tried to move the shirt a little bit. I had a couple over here I could have thrown on, but I was like, you know what? There's a lot of. I looked in my bag of fucks and I realized I didn't have enough to give. So.
Oh my God. No, the bag had a hole in it.
Right. I said, oh my God, there's no more fucks in here. It's empty. There's no more fucks. I can't give a fuck. There's none left.
Like I tried to give you a fuck. Oh God, I gotta get on the floor. These motherfuckers fall down. Oh my God.
God, you now see, and it's funny because we started off bad. I think maybe you were nervous and all that, but look at how we ended. And it's funny that when I finally said, hey, let's just do it this way, like you started doing it, and I heard you say you were going back to the Phoenix, but you just started answering the questions directly. At first you were trying to be a politician.
True.
And I didn't want you to be a politician.
Very effective.
I want you to be like the Bible. We got to come with the sword, and we come to separate. Because at this point in time, where we are in life, as black people and people in general, as Americans, we got to come with the sword. We can't come with the nice words now because we're being overrun. Right now, we're dealing with marauders. Right now, we're dealing with invaders. Right now, we're dealing with the fucking orcs. And you cannot be nice to these people. They're not going to have a rational conversation. And that's why I'm asking you. The difference is, go have a conversation with that other person. I would love to watch you do it. Say what you said to me. Ask the simple questions you've asked me and see if you get direct answers. See if you can say, hey, y'all both in y'all fucking 40s. This nigga got grandkids. I hope I don't have no grandkids until the next 30 years, but we don't know. But this nigga got grandkids. Ask him simply. This man said he's willing to let everything go and he'll tell his people to leave you alone. See if he'll agree to it.
I will.
Bet you he won't. Because this is his life. Without me, without trying to be me. It's the same thing this dude up in Canada. It'd be 10 people watching that nigga. He used to be one of my biggest fans. He emailed me when his kid was born. That's how much he loved me. All of a sudden, he stopped loving me. He stopped liking me. And he became Tyra Jr. He literally goes around. And so I squashed beef with him. I said, listen, I promise you, if anybody making videos about you, I won't even be in their comment section. He said, I expect you to do the same thing so there won't be a mix-up. You and I will not be talking bad about each other anymore. He said, I agree. It took him like 30 minutes to even agree to that. But that, that peer pressure made him finally agree. Do you know within 4 days, he was right back to talking shit about me? 4 days, grown man. This is a grown man, lives in Canada with a white wife and 3 kids. He can't stop talking about me. So I know I'm a drug apparently to a bunch of grown men. I wish it was a bunch of women sitting around talking about me like this. That's what makes this real scary. All my videos are typically about women. It is. Think about it. All my videos are typically about women and the fuck shit that women do.
Yeah.
Yet it's grown ass men stalking me.
Okay. How about this? How about let's make a deal. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. If I can get him to agree to not do videos on you every day, okay? Would you not say for a whole week that black bitch? How about that?
I won't use the word black bitch for a whole month if you can get this nigga to leave me alone.
You heard that? Did everyone hear this? Do we have
dead ass. I won't say black bitch for a month.
Okay.
Fuck your week.
Okay.
I'll give you a month.
Okay.
If you can get this nigga to leave me alone, I will send your husband a winning lottery ticket. I'll scratch all them bitches off until I find one that win, then I'll mail it to you. Okay.
Okay, so if I lose this bet, then what?
up, right? I won't ask for nothing. Yeah, I won't ask for nothing because my bets with people, I bet people would be wrong. It always ends up in head. I don't know, and you don't want that. You know? It always ends up with my dick getting sucked, so you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want to bet me. I just leave it with you win, and I don't want to win.
I can't do. Okay.
I'll just let you know.
On that note, we now have a challenge. This is going to be called let's give it a challenge. The True Mayor challenge.
Yeah, if he stopped doing videos about me, I literally for a month will not use the phrase black bitch. And if I do, I will apologize and I'll put some money because I'm still will be fighting urges that I've done for my whole life basically. So if I do, we'll make it to like what my daughter does. If I cuss in front of her, I got to give her money. So we'll make it to where there's a fund, and whatever fund y'all want me to, if I cuss, I got to keep donating. If I say this phrase, I have to send money to it.
I get it. Oh, goodness. Okay.
So does that not tell you how bad I want this shit to stop?
Yes, I get it. Okay, I came on here and you just called me a black bitch, and you just threatened to kill me or anything, so we're doing good.
Hey, I have several videos of me doing one-on-ones with women where I never say anything. I call them a black bitch. You have to understand, you're watching a 10-minute video where I'm trying to get your attention.
Right.
It's like watching a commercial for a movie. They send you their best parts in the commercial for a movie, and you get to the movie, and then the movie sucked. The only thing was good was the commercial.
Oh, wait. Someone said donate to Spellman.
Hey, I'll donate where. Listen, every time I do say it, I'll let the audience tell me where I got to send money to. And I'll do it right then. So if I do it once, I send money to, let's say, a child's program or the cancer research or whatever the fuck it is. Every time I say this phrase during the show, whoever catches me tells me I got to do it. And I will literally stop right then and send it. And every time I do it, I won't send anything less than $100.
Tommy, now listen, you're already money as it is. So are you sure you want to agree?
Look, I'm trying to prove how serious I am about this. And if people are trying, it's like if a lady says, her man been cheating and he wants her to take him back. Ladies, the only way you should take that man back is if he tells you at that point that you get access to every one of his social media and phone. If he won't do it, don't trust that he's not going to cheat. He's just saying it to get you back.
And here's the thing, too, sweetheart. I really don't want anybody's leftovers. There's a reason why he cheated. And if you haven't figured that out, then he's going to cheat again.
Well, I cheat just because I'm a nasty nigga, but that's different.
Yeah, well, we kind of figured that out.
I like strange. I'm like the I'm the cameo of men.
It's like candy.
No, wrong.
Nope.
It's strange. I like it. It's strange the way I'm between your legs, yeah. And I like it.
Singing.
Ooh.
Can I tell you something? I actually met them overseas on the military base, and he had on that. What is that? Like a big cup? It was a big plastic cup over his penis. They tore the house down, but these young folks, they don't know about no cameo. They're like, what? That means you're somewhere? They don't know.
He's
singing quietly.
Guess what? If I was a superhero, guess who I'd be?
Who?
Doctor Strange.
Wow.
That's how much I like Strange.
Wait, I would be that one. What is her name? Has gray eyes, and she can does she read things or X-ray, on the X-Men.
Oh, you talking about Storm? Storm.
What? Yeah, I would Storm. I would. Does she breed people? I forget.
Well, I tell you, she's the kind of girl that everybody knows. When she comes, she give me blows.
Oh my God!
Always licking on my nuts and on my toes. She's the kind of bitch that everybody knows.
And wait, I don't know why you lying. Ain't nobody thinking of this crusty ass feet. You're a split player.
got nice feet, though.
Yeah.
I got nice feet and soft hands. You can tell I don't really do hard work. I did it when I was young.
I was just about to say that, like,
The first thing that most people say when they shake my hand or they touch me, they be like, "You got soft skin." I don't do it. Listen, I've been sitting at a desk since I was 23, 24. 23, 24. I've never worked outside of a desk since I was 24 years old. So for the last almost 20 years, I've never done any hard work. It's all been in a desk. It's all been in an office. 20 years. The last time I did I do physical shit around the house every now and again, like I'll help people around it. But typically, I'm a fluorescent guy. I like fluorescent lighting. I stay.
Wait, I have to warn you about the fluorescent lighting.
Oh, it's bad. I know. That's why I made the joke. Yeah, that's why I made the joke. I know it's really bad. You need to get your vitamin D from the sunlight. And I think the majority of us, that's why we're sick. It's two things. I'd love to have you back to talk about it. It's two big reasons we're sick. One, because we don't get sunlight. We only get the light that emanates from the lighting that we have in the houses or wherever it is. But number two is because we stay in these houses for so long that many of us do not change the filters in the house. And even being in the house by itself, you're still getting that shit that's just being recycled in and out of your lungs. And that's what's making you sick, because you're not getting fresh air.
And see, here's the thing, too. This is what I try to do. I change my light bulb. Whenever I change my light bulb, I always check my filter. And you have to open up your windows. And you're right, vitamin D. We need vitamin D. That is one of our biggest nutrients for our bodies. Have you noticed the people in the South, a lot of times they're a lot healthier because they're always outside. That sun, it just does something really good to your body. So that is what I suggest too. I'm 56 years old, like this year, and literally, if you see my pictures, people always say, and I'm not bragging, but I know what it's from. It's from soaking up the vitamin D. It's from also eating good. I'm not saying you're not eating great all the time, but if you have fresh fruit, if you have fresh vegetables, your body deserves these things. Your body does not deserve, YouTube Whoppers and stuff.
No, you're right. We eat a lot of fast food. We eat food that's not good. We don't even eat correct when we eat. Like, one of the things that could help a lot of people with their digestion is to actually stand up and eat. Another thing that helps you with your digestion, hot tea. When you're eating hot foods, you don't drink cold water. You're literally throwing your system off. Or drink cold sodas. As a matter of fact, when you drink water, you should drink it like how I drink it, room temperature. You don't put it in the refrigerator. Yeah.
I've heard that too. Yeah, I have heard that too about temperature, because the cold water, it doesn't send your body into shock or something like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I want you guys, if you want to know what happens, I want y'all to take a steak or a burger, set it out, and just run cold water that you got out of your refrigerator over it. Watch how the grease that's on that burger gets solid and turns white. So imagine what it's doing in your stomach. When you eat that food, you drop that cold water, and it feels so good going down. And let me tell you something. I know you said, I was looking at your picture, and I was going to offer you some vitamin D myself.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna put you on that. I'm gonna put you on that Atkins diet, boy. A bunch of meat.
I don't need the Atkins diet.
I give you a gang of meat.
That was a fluke. I'm doing Dr. Sebi.
I give you a whole lot of meat. That people, you would tell people say, Tommy got me on the Atkins diet. Why you say that? These niggas just constantly giving me meat.
Your ass ain't even going to England. He's seeing this fan. This motherfucker right here. Damn.
And that's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna ask a girl, you ever been on the Atkins diet? Does she want me to put you on it?
God.
You want me to put you on it? I'm going to hell for this conversation. This was inappropriate all the way around.
So inappropriate. He's like, no, wait. When you gonna get up tonight? I'm gonna call you night. So, you're never coming to me again. You will never. Go ahead and go. did it. It wasn't me. It was Tommy.
You know he gonna hate you now. You laughing at my jokes. You laughing at my jokes. He ain't gonna like you at all for laughing at my joke because he already said it was. He already said it was inappropriate that dude said.
Nobody come to my Facebook page. Don't nobody say shit. Y'all ain't getting me killed up in here. Look, I like to live.
Because if you think about it, he was already upset that somebody in your comment section was telling you how fine you are and would you date a younger man. He's like, that's inappropriate. Nigga, that's what happens when you're on social media. Like that's like getting mad if you Halle Berry's husband that somebody told her she fine. That's stupid. You know how many times J-Lo get told she fine in her Instagram? You think A-Rod sitting there pissed about it?
You know, one thing that I always do about any of my lives or any of my shows, if I see that, I will say I have a case. I mean, out of respect. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, and if they...
No, I agree with that. No, I agree with that. Because, see, the fact that you talk about him lets me know you respect him. Well, the fact that you talk about him lets me know you respect him. If you start keeping him a secret, then it's obvious you're trying to move on. But, like, I make jokes with Carrie. Carrie got a husband. She talk about her husband a whole lot. I make jokes with a lot of people who have... There's a young lady in here who said she was in there. She put hearts, say, I love you and stuff like that. And then she was like, my husband says that you cheating on me with Tommy. And all this kind of stuff.
Everybody's cheating with Tommy.
Right, but the thing is, you gotta, in order to have a real good relationship, man, you gotta accept what you have sometimes too.
Yeah.
Like if you know why would you date a fine woman and act like you're the only one that recognizes she fine? I think most men aren't ready to date an attractive woman. That's dead ass serious. I think most men who keep saying they want an attractive woman, if they get one, they act a fucking nut.
And here's the thing that I think the reason why is because, and I've seen this happen too, when they will break down that woman's confidence so that they will have to live thinking that no one else will want them but them. I've seen this so many times that the women don't even realize how beautiful they are inside and out. You see what I'm saying? And that's a sad thing because that comes from the men and their psychological problems that they have. So that, but if you have a beautiful wife, if you have a beautiful husband, it is an honor, it is a privilege to walk next to that person.
Thank you.
That's mine. That's right. Yeah. Ooh, look at him. Yes. Take off your shirt, baby. No, they can't see your ass. Come on, baby. You see what I'm saying? You should be proud of that, not intimidated. If you're intimidated, you don't need to be with that.
That's right.
You know, and a lot of my relationships, they actually did end because of those things. Yep. Well, why are people coming at you? Well, why is your phone? Nigga, I'm a promoter. Hello.
and see that. Well, see that's the thing. I dated a girl who was a stripper. She used to get mad at me because she was like, "Why won't you come watch me work?" I said, "Because I don't need to be there. That's your money. I don't want to see that. I'd rather you sit there and do it and not feel the pressure of, if I do this, will my man get mad?" And I've literally had to break up with a girl too, and she's a beautiful girl. When I was dating, I told the story all the time, so it doesn't matter. When I was dating Rita G, she told me one night after one of my shows when the woman was calling in and I was flirting on the line, I couldn't even see that woman. She said, my mother and everything listens to your show, and they hear you flirting with people, and then they look at me like I'm crazy for being with you. I said, number one, my show pays my bills. Number two, it pays for all the shit that we do. Number three, though, why the fuck am I worried about what your mom say when, number one, I haven't met her, and number two, you all in videos with your ass and pussy out, and I ain't worried about people over there. Like, literally, I didn't know it. Niggas was trying to shame me when I started dating her. She a hoe. She do this. And so she had videos and stuff where you could see her naked. I didn't know it, but when I saw them, I was proud. I said, yeah, now everybody know how fine my girl is. I didn't have a problem. It wasn't like she was on that sucking dick. She was just playing with herself.
Okay.
So I didn't give a shit. She don't do it anymore, but it was still there. I'm like, the internet never forgets. The internet's like Pepperidge Farms. It remembers.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that's where you get your stripping when you turned around shaking your ass. I think she left you with a party pity. That's beautiful. Listen,
I used to strip when I was a young man. I did what I had to do to pay for college. But the point is,
Lord.
yeah. So I'm a liberal.
Quit lying.
Yeah,
We're talking about your girlfriend in the sorority house paid you a few dollars. You talking about real strip?
No, I was in a strip club.
What?
Yes, I was nervous about doing it at first because I just figured one of them come. You know, I just figured somebody who knew. I don't know why. I just kept thinking somebody who know my mama gonna come.
Right.
So, because it was always a bunch of old bitches at the strip club who would give you a lot of money. They basically, the old bitches are aggressive. They go straight to, look,
right.
I'm gonna give you this money. They
pull them jaws down.
right. They don't want the dick at the club. They want the dick after the club. Like them old bitches would pay you pretty good. Dude, they take care of you too. Because the one thing about an old bitch is she'll suck your dick and make a sandwich.
Well, what about the youngsters?
The young bitch will suck your dick and wait for you to make a sandwich.
Oh, because they free.
No, yeah. Listen, these young girls now don't bring shit to the table but how they look. That's the hard part about dating these young women. All they bring to the table is how they look and their hands out. Whenever you talk to these young women, their hands are out. They're begging. All these women are glorified prostitutes. Why do you think none of these women have a problem with selling pussy now? Because they all do it. If you go on Instagram, every one of these so-called Instagram models got booking information. You literally can go email them and pay to fuck them.
But now here's the thing, Tommy. It's the same as when you're dating. If you think about it.
Yeah.
But they get paid.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're dating, you don't get paid. You may get a few dinners, you may get to go to the booth or whatever. And basically, my father, my natural father, he was a pimp, and this is a true story. I kid you not. My mother was not one of his father bitches. No. Just they married before he got into the pimping game.
Mm-hmm.
Story. And he told me one thing when I was 16. He said, and I try not to listen to him because he was a pimp. So, that right there, I'm, Catholic girl, mother kept us away from the life. But he said, are you thoroughbred or are you diamond? I said, what do you mean? He said, are you going to give it away or are you going to make them pay for it? Are you just going to spread your legs or going to make them work for it? He said, you have to decide. You have to decide you are of age now. I can't choose you from this world. You know what I do, but you turn your life around later on. But I saw how he treated women. You know what I'm saying? And they enjoyed it. They enjoyed having a father figure. And that's when, I started realizing what was wrong with the women in our world by seeing how my father treated them. And he's paying for that now because a lot of things you do when you're younger, it will come back to bite you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I learned from that. And one thing I can say is that, yes, I've made some mistakes in my life, but I didn't make it easy for men. I knew what I was doing. Unless you know what you're worth, you will take anything and you will do anything for anyone. That is what our young goddesses, our young queens, they need to learn. Is that you are so remarkably made. And a lot of people don't believe in God or whatever. I'm spiritual. But if you believe in a God, that God created you, and only one of you, that means that's how special you are.
Well,
see what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I would tell my daughters. And I think every time I make these statements, somebody take them back and act like I just told my kid this. When I speak about my kid, I speak about them when they become adults. So I will tell my daughter, because they've been throwing this out, saying, you told your daughter if she ain't going to fuck a nigga, don't stay at his house. And my daughter was 9 when I said that in the video. And what I said was I would tell my daughter. Who the fuck is my daughter dating or going over their house at 9, jackass? But they keep throwing that in my face saying, you were telling your daughter. I'm like, God, that's why I hate the internet. If they hate you, everything you say is wrong. If they like you, everything you say is right. And it's irritating because neither exist. But I would tell my daughter, not only don't go over a man's house if you don't plan on sleeping with him, or don't bring him to yours. But the biggest thing I would tell them is this. Only have sex because you want to. Not because somebody convinced you. Not because you think it's going to make him like you more. You only have sex because you're trying to catch an orgasm. And remember, as a woman, 70% of the time, you won't even catch one of those.
Exactly.
So you better make sure that when you do it, it's for your own edification and no one else's. When you fuck for somebody else, you will always get fucked. Damn, I need to put that on a shirt.
You do. And let me tell you, I told my daughter, I said, when you are ready for that time, I said, and I made an agreement with them. I said, when you're ready, I will judge you. I will talk ill about you. You come to me and say, Mother, I think I'm ready to have sexual relations. Then we will go and get you protected. When my daughter did it, when she actually came to me, it was a shock. But I respected her for doing that.
Yeah.
Because she did not want to get pregnant. She did not want to have diseases and so forth. And I took her to the clinic. We did what we had to do. She got protected, and she got married, and then she had her child. So, yes, it is possible. It is possible that you don't have to raise your daughters and they get pregnant and this is bad. No, it is time that we break that stereotype. It really is. But when the mothers start spending more time with their children instead of on the television and outside of the home, I'm very old-fashioned when it comes to that. My mother told me, she said, when you have your children, that's your life. Until they leave your house, they are your life and your mate as well. So you might as well forget all that partying. My mother babysitted for me one time. Once, and she took a picture, and I'll never forget it. But I had to rearrange my schedule. I had to raise my children. That was my responsibility. And I told the young women this. Every guy that you date, look at him as a potential father for your children.
Yep.
Because he very well may be.
Good girl.
Yeah.
As I say, when all these women keep talking about the men they slept with, I'm like, the most important thing a woman can do is to make sure that the man she has her children with is a good man. If he's not, you can fuck him, have no children by that guy. And too many black women love having children by a man who didn't even want kids. And to me, that you got to have low self-esteem if you're willing to carry a baby of a man who told you he didn't want it. Just think about that. You got to have low-ass self-esteem if you're willing to go through 9 months of carrying a baby from a man who does not want it with you. I would hope that I would raise my daughters with enough self-esteem that they wouldn't go out and have a kid by a man who's telling them straight up, I was just fucking you. I would hope my daughters had enough sense to where they wouldn't even try to have a kid when they're not settled, when they're not ready. And the biggest thing that's destroying the black community is children being had by parents who didn't want them.
And here's the thing, by children having children.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They're not even mentally ready for the life that, and I see it in the city, in the hood, and so forth. You hear the mothers cursing the babies out like they're grown men.
Yep.
And I'm like, that was a child. That's not ready to have children. I believe that my mother, she adopted 3 abused children, right? She was a foster mother, and she was adopted. This woman, their mother, had 10 children, right? She was addicted to crack. There was something wrong with at least 6 of those children. One of my brothers, they said he would never walk, and he is walking. The other, they said that he would never talk, he is talking. Because of the crack that was in their mother's system, right? It takes, and I applaud the mothers and the fathers that adopt the children, that are fostering, the good foster parents, because I had to run into a lot of them to take some of the children in. Stop, close your legs. It's okay. It's okay to date. I still tell my daughters at times, it's okay to date. You don't have to marry right away. Get to know each other. If after a year you still feel the same way, then talk about getting married. But we've made it a taboo to actually date now. And I heard one young lady said, well, I don't want to be seen as loose by dating all these different men. That's how you learn who's right for you. You get it?
Yeah. No, and not only that, but we got to learn to tell people, just because you fucking don't mean you produce a kid either. Why not? Why are you not protecting yourself? Seriously.
And there's no reason. Yeah,
there was white girls throughout college. Them white girls was hoes. They was getting trains ran on them, and they didn't have a kid. So how are they able to do it? Listen, almost every black girl I've dealt with, for some odd reason, they're never on birth control, but they're the biggest freaks there are. And they all got the same. I'm telling you, this is the saddest shit I've heard. Almost every one of these black women say, I didn't think I could get pregnant. I'm like, so what gave you that thought? And they will openly admit they were just letting niggas skeet up in them. And because they didn't have a kid, they thought they couldn't. But fool, you're just 18. Why did you think you couldn't have a kid? Because you kept letting people skeet in you. That just sounds disgusting.
We're not teaching our children that some boys they can't have children. They're impotent. They can't have children. So they just assume they had sex with 2 or 3 in the past. They didn't get pregnant. Guess what? Maybe their sperm wasn't mature. Maybe they were late.
Well, I don't think people understand that getting pregnant. Well, I don't think people understand that most doctors will tell you it's actually hard to get pregnant. It's not easy. The physicality of it and what it takes, it's actually difficult to get pregnant. So people who come up with their baby, like, look, it's a small window. It's like a 2-week time. You can even get pregnant.
So it is so true. And my daughter, she's a biochemist. And I interviewed her about the Eve gene. And they actually can look under a microscope. They always thought that the moment of conception was at a certain time. But it actually wasn't. What they found out, I mean, she told me about the cure for AIDS that they have, but they can't release. That they have so many cures, but they can't release it because there's big business. But what she told me about the Eve gene is that the spark of life is already inside of the egg. No, not the egg. It's the sperm and the egg. Yeah. But it was taught to us that the spark of life is when the sperm actually met the egg. She says no, it was already firing under the microscope. So she taught us a lot about women and about our reproductive systems and so forth. I have another daughter that's a physician's assistant. So yeah, these are the talks that we need to have on social media about how to protect ourselves, about waiting, about it's okay to abstain.
Well, let me say this, though. I think the problem with us as blacks is that we're not teaching our kids that they're valuable. Most of these young black girls who have a baby, they just want to feel important. They just want to feel loved. If you listen and you sit down and talk to most of these young girls, they all say the same thing. They will say, I just wanted somebody that's going to love me unconditionally. They all typically come from a background in which this kid is something that's going to make them feel important. So they're not having the kid for the right reason. You have a kid because you should know your life is going to change irrevocably, and it's going to be all about that child. See, people think that baby making is just fun, and you're going to put up these pictures, and everybody going to like them, and the kids going to... No, it's just like me owning these animals. For as cute as these cats are, these fuckers are headaches. And these fuckers don't take no... And these are cats that can at least take care of themselves. Imagine if I had a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old while I'm trying to do all these damn shows in this house and doing it by myself. I would have to neglect them. And that's what's happening to a lot of black children. They're getting neglected because the people who had them didn't want them. They wanted... And this is why so many grandparents are raising the children. There you go. I have seen this everywhere I go. I can look at the child and they resemble the older person. Oh, is this your grandchild? Why, yes, it is. I already do that. I already do it. Because now the parents they want to go out, yada, yada, yada. And that is a good thing too, though, because they are learning a lot of wisdom from their grandparents. So a lot of times, oh shit! Did that cut her off? Oops. Oh, we've been talking for 3 hours, so it cut off. I think. Yeah, we've been talking for 3 hours. Hey, is she, or this thing makes it to where I can only talk for 3 hours, I think. And I think we just went at 3 hours. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring her back, because she likes to talk and I like to talk. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring her back another time. We're going to do it, because once we got to talking, it got good. I want to stop it now and let her go to bed. And this other person that said they wanted to call in, I'm going to see if I can let them call in. Oh, she called back.
from? Teresa.
Hey, cut us off.
Have we really been talking for 3 hours?
3 hours. After 3 hours, it shuts off.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I had such a good talk. This was really, really wonderful.
I'm happy because it started off slow and I was getting frustrated because you were being a politician. But then once you got to talking, I just need you, because here's the thing. I ask not tough questions, but I ask direct questions. And the more we can get answers, the more fun it becomes. And you even see people now, they're saying good convo. When they first started out, they were like, man, fuck this shit.
You were like, look, I'm making money off this. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, we can't do this.
I'm sorry. What do I need to do? And when you said money, I said, oh, no, I'm not going to be one of those. No, I'm not going to fuck up the church's money. No, I'm going to, no.
So, but there was a point in which I said, because I was frustrated, I kept saying, I keep telling her what to do and she won't do it. But there was like a point in which I finally said something, and you literally changed. And I'm impressed by that, because like when I said, okay, I need you to do this, it's like after you pause, you can go back and listen to it. She said, all right. And from that point, she's answered my question, which has allowed me to just let her keep talking. I'm like, it's fun when you talk for a long time when people understand where you're going. They don't mind you talking for a long time as long as they can follow you.
Right.
It's when they can't.
I guess I was being very evasive because I wasn't, you gotta understand, I wasn't expecting any of this.
That is true.
So it's sort of like, okay, am I going to say anything that's going to get me killed?
Well, I feel you. You don't want to be thrown in the middle of two old-ass, gray-haired niggas beef. So I feel you on that. And that's why I was trying to tell you, I don't have any beef towards the man. Think about all the fuck shit he's done to me. Do you understand if he said tomorrow, it's done, I literally would have no want for a revenge or I'm going to fuck your life up or I'm going to do anything to you. I just want Negroes to stop this shit. This is stupid. People like him are the reason why you have these young boys out there killing and robbing and beating people. When you won't let shit go from a nigga you've never met, you can't explain that to anyone with some common sense that I gotta protect black women. That's the stupidest shit. I ain't out here beating black women. You ain't protecting your neighborhood. You ain't protecting your wife. You ain't protecting your aunt. You ain't protecting anybody else. You just gonna protect random niggas off the internet from me. Like they can't turn their shit off.
Exactly. I think like we were talking earlier, is that we have so much more to do in our community. We have so many real issues out here that this to me is insane.
Yep.
Like it literally is insane. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And that's what irritates me, and that's what I was afraid to even come out with. Like, what the hell? What the hell? I think about my grandchildren, like when they're watching this kind of stuff.
Thank you.
And I know that they're watching. I know they're watching YouTube. I know they're going to see some of the interviews that I do one day. And I always put them in the forefront of my mind. I don't want to ever embarrass my family. You see, I don't want to do that. So how are other people even considering doing these things? Do they not think about the ramifications? Do they care so little about their family? That's the problem.
Do they not care about the ramifications, or somebody ramming their face in?
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because we say up here, you know, we cash all wolf cookies, and you keep writing them checks. We're going to cash them. We're good for cashing them bad, bogus ass checks up here. You know, I'm just keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? You want to take cash? We got a place for you. It's all right. Trust and believe. But that's symbolic of how we roll up here. You can't come up here with that shit just like you were doing that live and yeah, I'm here, everybody in Chicago. Yeah. The most racist city in the world. I'm here, the gangbangers. Please, I'm time to set my heart. Y'all know I got some money in my pocket. It's some shit you just don't do.
I impress myself sometimes with these words, by that ramification and ramming your face in. But I'm saying like
Wait.
Mhm.
You gonna get a new teacher. I better stop talking.
That's typical me, boy.
You want to ram in your face.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck the ramifications. I'm gonna ram your face in. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ram your face in. You better leave me alone. And I think, but I want to say this though.
I do have another suggestion.
Okay.
I heard Young Pharaoh was going to do this, and I think this could be a very good. I don't know how this will work, but I think that you all should just like get in the ring. What do you think? Like the boxing ring, or I don't know, like pool. Just okay. How about darts? How about you all both get dart wars with each other?
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think you want to see two men in their fucking 40s in the ring. That and we'd have to get in shape because I just ran up them stairs and I was tired of the bitch. I just.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't gonna lie, if I got in the ring with that nigga, I'd probably lay down after about a minute and a half. I'm done. Because I've been in the boxing ring. I boxed the nigga when I was younger. And that shit is tiring.
That don't matter now. That was years ago.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Boxing is tiring as fuck. I don't know if anybody's ever done it. If you go to a gym and you let them get you into boxing, it'll tire you out quick.
That's what you should do it. You should do it when you're both out of shape so it'll be fair.
It'll be quick.
Two old men. They're like, yeah, you talking about my daughter, take this.
No, but I give him the blues though. I believe I would give him the blues. The motherfucker's 5'7". He the size I was in the 7th grade. I haven't been 5'7", 155 since I've had teen at the end of my name, at the end of my age. I'm not trying to be funny, but you can tell that's why he's. Well, I'm not trying to be funny, but you can tell that's why he's so loud. He's so loud because this nigga's got the shape of a teenage girl.
Oh my God.
That's why they named him Tyra. You know when you got a little nigga like that, they probably thought it was a bitch.
Oh my God.
And then I want to say this to you, and then I'm going to leave. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to leave. Do you know, we were talking about his wife, do you know, he tells the story that he met his wife when he was 18 years old. She was 25 when he met her. She was 25 with 3 kids with about 3 dudes. He was 18 with a 4-year-old kid. He was living in his car, he stated, when he met his wife. Living in his car. Imagine what kind of woman you have to be when you move a man in your house who's 18 and you got 3 girls. You move a stranger who's 18 who live in his car into your house with your 3 children. And they've been together, he said, since she was 18. He's 41 now. Guess how many children they have together?
How many?
0. Now, what 18-year-old man do you know constantly fucks a 27-year-old who already got 3 kids? And in 23 years, 24 years, they didn't have 1 child. Something's not right about this story. He tells people my name ain't Tommy Sotomayor, but he calls that his wife, but he never got married to her. So how is that I can't use my name while you can keep calling this woman your wife? He keeps saying Tommy ain't a radio show host. He don't be on no radio. Okay, I'm going to agree with you. And you're not a husband, because that's not your wife, and Indianapolis does not acknowledge common law.
Well, I think that this is the time, like I said before, we need to start being honest with ourselves.
Yes.
If you're not married, just say you're engaged. If you're a whore, just like you said, I'm a big old hoe sometimes. You just told the truth on it. It's like the old folks say, tell the truth and shame the devil. Once we start telling the truth and stop trying to impress people that don't know us and really don't give a damn about us and that are using us for fodder and fun and to make fun of, then we'll realize the thing. And we need to just start being honest with ourselves. Yeah, I agree with that.
100%. Hey, so do me a favor. I'm going to go ahead and end it right now. We've talked for over 3 hours. I'm going to split these up into, so it's not the one long conversation. I'm going to split it up if I can into 3 different parts. But I want to thank you for talking to me. It's 1 o'clock where I am, so I'm not sure what coast you're on, but I know people on the East Coast. It's about time for them to get the fuck up.
It's 3:21 here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're in Central.
Yes, I'm Central, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, Well, there's people on the East Coast. They getting ready. They drinking their coffee now. Y'all ain't even getting no sleep. Y'all stayed up. But we did good. We kept 1,000 pretty much the whole time we were here, and that's fun. So I want you to shout out what you do and where people can find more about you before we get off.
Well, I am Teresa Taylor.
Good morning, everybody.
Phoenix Taylor. You can find me
I'm sorry I
on
didn't say that. I really wanted to hear what they were talking about.
now YouTube, Live Me.
Hope everybody have a good morning.
Globalfamily Productions. We have a page on.
Y'all let me know if Tara,
We
when
actually
Tara gets
promote
online.
artists from all over the world. We do a lot of pro bono. At least 90% is pro bono. We actually help artists develop their craft, and then once we know that they are successful, then we let them on their way. So we find the producers, beat makers, publishers, everything for them. This is our way of giving back. That is what we do, and that is who I am.
Nice. That's good. I'm gonna invite you out to my house one time and give you some pro bono.
Oh God.
That's what you said, isn't it?
Be so professional.
I'm gonna give you some pro boning.
And for those who click the likes without me having to even say anything, I appreciate it. Hey, hit that donation too now. Hit your boy off a little something every once in a while. Not every time, but every once in a while. Hit your boy with something.
We gotta make jokes. No, that's what I do on my show. I kick jokes. Whatever you say, like I told that white man, the white man on the show I did yesterday on InfoWars, he said that he's a cocoon something. And I told him, I said, they call me the same thing. I said, oh, I said, oh, you said cocoon. My bad. I said what they call me is a little shorter than that.
Yeah, it's the whole life story.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't have all
it's just a couple missing.
the interview.
It's a couple letters missing, but it's about the same.
But I'm be glad I just got what I could got. 2 hours and 32 minutes. There's some change.
I had a really great time, and you can call anytime.
Thank you.
Okay. Lady over in England, I didn't mean it like that. Please, with your people, see this kind of shit they get you fucked up. Okay, I think
It is funny. You do sound like you sound like the young lady who comes on my show every now and again. She may be in the comments section. You sound like Michi. So are you from Detroit or something?
I've been saying that. She sounds just like Michi. I swear to God, she sounds like
Michi. Have like a
Michi.
similar accent.
yes, very much so.
Okay.
And everyone says it's southern, like we sound very southern. I don't know where that's from.
Oh, because many of y'all have relatives in Mississippi. Y'all went up there from Mississippi. Yes.
That is very true. That could be it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all roots are southern.
Yes, they are. All of my roots are. You're right. Well, not all of them,
but the majority of Negroes up there are literally not only southern, but they're from Mississippi and Alabama.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Mississippi, Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee. You're right. Mm-hmm. I called it the Great Migration. That's when all of our people came up seeking a better life. Yeah. Yep.
That's I learned about that when I was reading the Emmett Till story when they were talking about how Emmett Till ended up back down in the South is because that's where his family was from. They migrated up to Chicago, but during the summer he would go down and visit, and it was like, and then I spoke to a lot of them because I was like, well, it's weird because you guys sound like you speak a little Southern. And it's the people kept coming up there. And I was like, well, there it is. Like, I love learning shit like that.
It's crazy you talked about Emmett Till. He was actually buried in my mother's church, and they actually got to see him. And I think that, you have to listen to your elders when they're giving you your oral history, because sometimes things are not written down in our books. So I teach a lot also on Instagram. I think it's Teresa.Taylor.ThePhoenix9. But I teach a lot about our history, our true history. And sometimes I will bring people on and interview them about how it was really like in certain countries. Even with the global family, we have so many artists from different countries, such as New Zealand. They're going through the mass shooting now. So we're going to be interviewing some of those artists, and they live right up the street from the shooting. They literally heard the shooting.
I wonder if Tyler's gonna take the motherfucking challenge. I don't think he's gonna do it because his pride's been broken.
Thank you.
And that hatred for 5 years, you can't stop.
Term, and I think that's what's killing black folks. Is we only think about today, what feels good now. We never think about.
And if I didn't say it, I'm sorry. Good morning to everybody. I think I did say it, but if I didn't, good morning.
The Bible when it talked about the bridegroom the
Miss Waller
Bryos
said it.
when they
Tom is
had to get the oil
nasty.
in Atlanta,
He always
and of
been
course one of
nasty.
them
He like to
decided
flirt.
to wait at the last minute. Well, you missed out, bitch. He gone.
Yes.
He gone, bitch.
What I think about too is that we're so mad at other cultures that come over here and they open up businesses. I said, why? Why are you so mad? Because they learned the system. But a lot of times our people will get complacent where they won't even do the same research that other people did. There are grants out here that I know of that my mother used to get for other people. My mother was the first female woman of color loan officer in Chicago. She actually gave John Johnson his first loan, Ultra Chain, a lot of different places. But what's so crazy is that we don't even research. We can have our own businesses. I feel, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I know dope dealers because I'm from the city. I'll tell them stack that money up, do something with that money. And it even says it in the Bible. I bring it to the Bible. The wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. So if you're going to get in this business, just like a lot of the rappers, a lot of them moneyed up. They got in the studio. Now they turned their lives around. Now their families are straight. I said, if you're going to do something like that, then do something with it. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of the artists are actually doing that. Their main goal is to get out of the city, to get their families out of the city. This is the only way that they know how to do it. So, yeah. And it happens. It happens,
Yeah. Hey, I want to tell you this. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. I got to get up and get ready to go. I got to go to Vegas in the morning. Then I got to go to L.A. I got to try to sign on to some things. But it's not that far, and I'm one of those people. Once I start driving, I'm straight. But I just want to thank you so much for coming on here. And I really hope that we can continue to probably do a couple things together. I know you said you like giving.
Man, I couldn't sleep. It's just the comment. Man, Phoenix, aka Globalfamily TV, the one Tyra was promoting. Well, she did an interview with Tom Sotomayor, and she's trying to be, I guess, fair, but Tommy's charm broke her, and he had her giggling and laughing and shit. So Tommy, not Tommy, but Tyra gonna throw her ass under the bus in the morning time. He was doing this, aka Michael Grant accounts, and he been listening through the whole time with me. So
I can't be with a woman that's insecure. She will.
this morning gonna be off the chain. He gonna be calling all kinds of bitches and hoes, and you know what I'm saying. He gonna do another Pasha.
Look, hoes need
We gonna have
love, too. I
another
want
motherfucker all
strippers
day.
ready to get out
Bitches
there.
ain't shit, and then you
That's all.
can't
I want to be right
trust
there on
them,
the
and
bus.
blah 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 blah.
Wait, does she have to be a stripper? Can't she just be a beautiful woman that can dance?
No, I don't like strippers like that. I'd rather deal. Listen, if I had the choice, the thing that would make me happy would be to be with someone who loves the idea of being in love, who loves the idea of being happy, who loves the idea of growing and building with someone. I just think in order for a relationship to work, the people involved in it, gotta actually want that. My grandmother used to say it all the time. She said the reason that marriages don't work is because people fall in love with each other instead of falling in love with the commitment. She said if you commit to the commitment, then on the days in which you don't like
I already got
person,
it.
you will still
Well, I got
be
2 hours and
Just
some
like
change of it. I missed the hour.
There days when you don't want to get up, but you're committed to that job, so you go do it. That's what being a parent is. That's what being in a relationship is. It ain't peaches and cream. It ain't every day you're gonna wake up and think this is the most beautiful person in the world. Hell, you're gonna go to the bus stop and see a bitch that look better than your girl. You're gonna go to the gym and see a nigga that look better than your man. That's not what it's about. It's do you have that commitment and are you committed to it? You can marry a person you don't even know. If you marry a person who believes
Oh yeah,
in a commitment,
this one gonna be off the chain.
y'all will make it work.
Cause his people gonna clown the fuck out of him. So he gotta represent.
Thank you. See, I'm not such a bad guy.
You're really not. Well, I thought you were. I'm not gonna lie.
Most people do, and I understand. I don't come across as an easygoing
Call
guy.
me a black bitch in in 1 hour. I feel it coming.
Oh hell no, Tyra's gonna give her the business later on this morning.
That's right. Like, look, I'm not just randomly calling a motherfucker a black bitch. Like, you gotta do some shit to get that title. You gotta do some shit to get the black bitch title. You gotta do some wild shit.
Yep.
You gotta kill your kids.
Mother Hughes L.
You gotta do something to get. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. This is not a title I just bestow on everyone.
Tower can't win. That
You
motherfucker
when
can't
I
win.
call you a
God,
black
dog.
bitch, you worked at it.
You say you got eat that cake. Eat that cake at it.
Right, that's right. You gotta listen. You earned that title. I gave it to you. You earned that motherfucker. Put it over your damn fireplace. Cause
Don't worry about it. I know what you meant.
Wait, get it engraved.
Right.
Get a statue.
Bitch, here's your ribbon. I'll put this ribbon right on your left side of your chest because you deserve this fucker. You the first place black bitch. You didn't get it. You didn't get it willy-nilly. This wasn't a prize we gave to everybody who played.
She's supposed to talk to Tyra, and Tyra's supposed to accept the challenge. If Tyra stop making videos about Tommy Sotomayor, then and if Tommy gonna stop calling black women bitches, black bitches. But you know, and I know Tyra is not gonna take that motherfucking challenge because Tyra, one, his supporters are Tommy haters, scoring black bitches. So this shit gonna be fun as fuck this morning. So, you know, he gonna throw her black ass on the motherfucking bus, calling her all kinds of hoes and sluts, and, you know, say, it seems everybody I promote, they turn on me, and you know the routine.
Thank you so much. All right, let's go and cut it off and let's end it. Thank
Hell
you so
yeah.
much, dear, and hopefully we can do this again. All right?
And thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all go check her channel out on YouTube.
But he in here. He listening. He in here.
Globalfamily, T.V. Go check out her. The person who, I mean, I'll do it if he's still up. I didn't know it was going to last this long. Let me see. I gave him my number. You want to talk now? But that Hip Hop Wow, I told him I'd talk to him. And I'm a big believer. Yes, I'm going to read the donations while I'm waiting on Hip Hop Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait on all that. I just wanted the interview. So the rest of that, I mean, y'all have to go look at it on yourself.
I've been up working. Percy T sent me $10 via Cash App, and he sent that way early today, but I didn't see all those Cash Apps that came in through. He sent me.
No, it's just that it's gonna show that she wanted Phoenix, aka Globalfamily TV, wanted Tommy to stop calling black women bitches. So if she talked to she talked to Tyra. Tyra's supposed to stop calling black women bitches. So
do you have a wrench?
she gonna try to make Tyra stop fucking with Tommy Sotomayor. But like I said before, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Kenya,
No, it ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna cut off the interview because I don't care about that other shit.
No shout out needed. Oh, you got it. Christopher sent $20, and Christopher said would like to talk.
All right, y'all. I said again, y'all have a good morning.